don't take this person out. Would you politely go to hell? Get the fuck out of my way, 'cause it's been one of those days.
Alexander Hamilton.
Ding, ding, ding.
It was sick.
That man's not only ruined the country, he's ruined red hats.
It's unacceptable.
Whenever you go to a Broadway musical, you like to sing along.
You are not a part of Hamilton.
I'd thank you to listen to my words. I apologize.
No short-term memory at all.
I know.
Garen?
Garen.
Nice.
So I got to experience the Garen Cockrell experience.
That's some good Utah salt.
You know what's great? There's never a dull moment here.
Has John Cryer ever been bad? If you call it a hairdo, you're not a punk.
I'm in awe of you, Jimmy Pardo.
Everything here gets paid off at some point.
I love coming here and talking. It's so easy and then it's over.
Live on tape. It's the fastest hour in podcasting. This is Never Not Funny. Now, here's your host, Jimmy Pardo.
Hey, everybody. Well, indeed, welcome into Never Not Funny, episode 2024. What are you doing? What are you snipping? What? My timer. Thank you. I knew something was weird. I knew one of the steps I take to start the program had not been made, and then I look over at Garen. He's doing lobster hands, which of course means start the clock. Right? Did you know what he was doing?
No, I thought it looked like he was doing the stretch for time signal. But
it was more.
It was definitely.
Did you get that on camera?
I didn't.
Well, show it now.
Well, he's on there now.
Pincers.
He was
There you
doing
go.
that. Now,
Okay.
it was the double hands that maybe not know it was about a clock.
I actually did this, but you didn't see it because I also noticed.
You did that as well?
But I did it with one hand.
That's just a puppet without.
Yeah, that's
a
just
puppeteer without his puppet.
That just makes people sad because of what's going on with Kermit. So why would you do that?
What's going on with Kermit?
They're getting a new guy.
Yeah, they fired some guy after 27 years.
Oh, wow. He didn't touch a person or anything, did he?
I don't believe so. I believe that. I believe it's financial.
Okay.
They fired him. Oh, I thought he was just leaving because that's a long time to be doing a job.
No, he. According to him, he gave them lots of options so that he could stick around because it's not only his job, it's his world, it's his, it's his life.
This is not Jim Henson's son.
No, this is some. What's this guy's name, Garen? Sadie McSadsack? What's his name?
Steve Whitmire.
Yeah, it's Steve Whitmire.
Because when Jim Henson first died, didn't his son?
I thought his son took it over.
I thought he took it over, but I guess he didn't do it for 27 years apparently.
Well, maybe did he take over the company, or did he also do the Kermit voice?
No, I think
this guy's the guy that took over immediately from Jim Henson.
Then maybe that was always a false story. I always thought that it's true that his son did run the Jim Henson Company, and maybe still does. But I think maybe his daughter does actually now. But
I believe it's the daughter. I had meetings over there. I was supposed to host a show for them many years ago.
Right. But the actual voice, I thought that was their explanation for look, it's never going to be exactly the same, but at least this will be the closest thing to have his son doing it. It never sounded right to me, by the way.
It says Whitmire inherited the roles of Kermit the Frog and Ernie after Jim Henson's death in 1990.
Do they give any reason why he's been let go? I know they're
well, it's starting to come out.
Well, what's coming out?
Disney says it fired Kermit the Frog actor over unacceptable business conduct.
All right, here we go.
With the full support of the Henson family, apparently.
So all right, Whitmire.
Oh, my God.
There we go. That lets us know that time is up on Muppet Talk. Now, we always set a timer whenever we talk about Muppets and Puppets, and time is up. Matt, what was that?
I wonder if the audience heard that or if it was just in our headphones. That is the weirdest thing ever.
And Garen doesn't know what we're talking about.
I heard a chime.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. That's how loud it was. That was a notification on my computer, but the Wi-Fi is off, so how would it even get that? That's crazy. I don't know, guys.
Well, I sure hope they heard it at home, or else we sound like four nutbags.
Well, they heard it in the video because I heard it in my headphones.
All right. Well, if you heard it in your headphones, that means you heard it around the world. Look at Elliot Hooper today, by the way. Doesn't he look better than ever? Isn't he? He's just looking.
I can't see him, Jim.
This lady friend of his has made him. He's got some confidence in his face. Mm-hmm. He's smiling more than he has.
It's true.
He seems a little less stressed out, and that's I
agree with that.
That's not saying much. He's still
well, all things considered, if I seem a little less stressed out, I'm probably a lot less stressed than I normally am.
Well, you seem to be in good spirits, not just today, but overall.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate it, and that's good news.
And it's showing on your face. You're looking good. You're looking less homely. Is that the best way to say that?
Wow.
The best way?
Probably
is
not.
That no?
That might be the worst.
Wait, did that come off badly?
It doesn't sound
Oh,
nice.
I'm sorry. That's not how I meant it.
It implies that he's always been homely. And
but he's looking less so.
A little less so.
Jimmy, but just to give you a compliment back, you look less old.
Oh, Hey, I was doing a joke.
Jesus Christ.
I was doing a joke too.
Elliot,
Come on, Elliot.
Was
Wait,
out of
wait,
line.
why am I getting hurt now?
We can't even commit to this bit of that he's the bad guy. All right, welcome to the program in 2024. The bells are ringing. Everybody's excited about the show being getting going. Now, we have a piece of mail down here that's been here.
Oh, my God. It's embarrassing.
The mail is here. There we go.
It's embarrassing how long this has been sitting here.
I was right on that cue, by the way.
The mail is here. 69.
Up top,
My brother. The mail is here. Mail's here.
Wait, don't open it yet, because I thought we were going to bet on this.
Oh, right. I can,
We don't know what's in there.
well, here's the information I'm going to give you.
All right.
Nobody say anything.
On the top, yeah, nobody say a what? What?
I don't want them to jump in.
Yeah, you shut your mouths.
All right.
This might just be between Jimmy and I.
It says
all right.
Jimmy and Matt suck it. XO Savage.
Okay.
So it's from Andrea Savage.
All right.
Has sent a package to us via Amazon Prime. Now you could use our link at Never Not Funny for all your Amazon
No,
purchases.
we don't have one of those.
Does it say Prime Day on there?
Are we
No,
one of the?
this is-
no, this was pre-Prime Day. That's how long it's been here.
Yeah, it's been here 2 weeks.
Why don't we have one of those Amazon links?
I don't know.
People seem to.
I guess we could do it and be...
Well, if we don't have one, you can use Garen's.
No.
Nah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I got one.
Nah,
Don't even mention it.
nah. You know what? I know a lot of other podcasts. Go search around, guys. There's podcasts out there. What is yours, Garen? Right there on the.
It's at the Pop Culture Beast
I'll tweet
website.
it because it's long. It's really long.
Well, isn't there a link right at the Pop Culture Beast info desk? Over on Pop Culture Beast.
It's in the reviews. It's usually in the reviews. I don't think we have an actual.
Why wouldn't you just have it on the
sidebar
front
link.
page?
That's a good question.
Well, you're worse than we are.
Yeah, I was feeling bad. and now
Literally
I'm-
just thought of that when you said like, why didn't we have that there?
Well, I guess, and if I may, Garen, and hopefully somebody will click on it for you. Why don't we just have that at the bottom of our? We have advertising. We don't need it. Okay.
It seems...
I don't know. How much do you get? What do you even get? I don't even know how it works.
You get like a 0.25% of everything.
I know that Jay Moore and Adam Carolla always say,
Right.
don't forget to use the Amazon link.
Right.
So it must do something.
Yeah.
Because
I think it's 4%.
Wait, what?
It's an okay. It's an okay number.
It's
Pretty
4%.
decent.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's
and
do it
and you
then.
never know what you might end up finding out. I actually, for Pop Culture Beast, my links in my thing for the particular products I also have an affiliate link, and somebody must have gone to that link, didn't buy the thing that I was reviewing, but bought cereal.
So you still get a little change from that?
If they didn't close the window or they keep, yeah.
Let's go.
So I.
right.
Why isn't this
I got
happening?
$1.15
So
because
let's
somebody
put
bought
it-
some cereal.
There you go. Enjoy it. A
You
little
know why?
blueberry.
I'll tell you why. When I first found out about those, I was like, that's not worth it because we're not going to get enough to make a difference. And then it just looks like we're desperate. And so I was just like, forget about it. But then I never sort of revisited it. And I should have, because obviously now we could have been making like probably some decent money.
We are. This confirms it. The worst businessmen. But you also don't. We also. I know. Look,
we don't.
You're not
It's
wrong.
a delicate balance between caring and not caring. You know, like if we care too much, if we seem too mercenary. Oh, and by the way, apropos of nothing, if you want to check out the Salt Lake City Live episode, it's available on Stitcher Premium. Go to Stitcher.com/premium and use the code Pardo for 1 month free if you want to hear that exclusive audio episode. If you want to watch that episode, it's in the Players Club video feed. Anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, the mail is here. I don't disagree. We look, but podcasting has changed over the years. Let's admit that. It's become more, people are making money from it.
Mm-hmm.
When we first started making money from it, nobody was doing that. So you and I were very careful to never look like we wanted to make money, which now people are doing this to make money.
There was a time when that was true. There was also a time when we were like, we're not going to do like NPR fund drives because we don't want to look like we're begging. We're charging people money for a professional product. That was our decision. We were like, if we're going to do this like primo thing where you have to pay to listen to the full show, we're presenting it as here's a professional entertainer and you pay him if you want to hear his work. And it worked fine for us. But that dictated a lot of other decisions, which was to like not look like we were panhandling.
Trying to get money every which way but loose.
Right.
Yeah, but now we are. Let's get an Amazon. Now,
All right, so go.
You got to get it any which way you can.
no, that's the sequel? Or is that the first one? In which way you can is the sequel.
Yeah.
Right? Are there three of those or just two?
No, there's two.
Just the two?
Yeah.
You made reference to that on Twitter this past week, didn't you?
Sure did.
Boy, that's come up twice this week.
But But go to nevernotfunny.com right now because we'll see if we've gotten it up. And what are you doing? I thought we were going to bet or something.
So rattled by. I admittedly, I love and hate the idea of this Amazon link. I know it makes sense because when I hear Adam Carolla say it, or Jay Moore, it's like, why aren't we doing that? And then it's like, well, you know what? We don't want to do that. But if it's just on the Never Not Funny page and our fans are like, hey, I need to buy something from there. Oh, it wouldn't be bad just to go and click through the Never Not Funny link.
So go to nevernotfunny.com as you're listening to this, see if we've done it or not done it, and then you'll get your answer. We'll see if we get it up by Wednesday night.
Okay. Well, this is very exciting.
Or put it up never. We might never do it. I'm sure we'll talk about it a lot after this.
I don't
more
want
than
to,
is necessary.
I don't want to talk about it at all. I either want it to happen or not.
So what do you think is in this box? I have a very strong idea. But
Well, I think
I thought you thought you had a different idea.
I think that it is an oversized paperweight with that that she had that line from Hamilton that she does not care for
Right, the other 51.
etched into it.
Right.
The other 51.
Yeah. That was your joke.
That was my joke guess.
Yeah.
But I think we all know exactly what this is.
What it has to be.
What do you think it is?
It's an air popper.
Right.
It's got to be an air popper.
It's got to be an air popper, right? You agree with that, Garen?
The only question is if it comes with some of that good kernel that she was talking about. The like.
Wow, what did she say? The healthy.
Yeah, she said there's healthy kernels or something. I don't know. Okay, I want to know if we can fire.
Do you
this
want to
thing
guess
up
what
right
color
now.
it is? Because there's different kinds.
I don't know if there's any.
Well, the one I had growing up was yellow.
Yeah, ours was yellow too.
Yeah, I think that's the standard.
But there is another.
But
one
why is it yellow? Is it because that's the color of popcorn and butter, or
because then it looks good inside there when you're looking through the sort of clear yellow plastic of the thing? It looks.
But if it was red and that popcorn pops off that red, like the red and white box of popcorn, will discredit your thoughts.
No, but the yellow makes it look like it's buttery delicious.
Buttery,
even though it's going to come out white as snow and completely flavorless.
Yeah, boy, oh boy, what a.
Well, yeah, there's some salt on there. Come on.
It's the blandest thing in the world.
Not the salt.
Well, that's not the air popper's fault. It's popcorn.
I think they were yellow back in the 70s and 80s because I'm going to say 90% of kitchens back then were yellow.
And also, it was at the cheapest plastic they could find.
I don't know the answer to that.
The yellow
It's
plastic.
like the default dye for plastic.
I don't know why I put this on the edge of this table.
Everything you're doing is wrong.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Guys, we're all wrong. It's these.
Oh. I've been needing
I
that.
remember when she talked about pillows.
What I do with these when I get them is I do this.
You murder them?
I do. I have a little bit of fun with
Oh, God. Oh, God. Careful with your fingers.
it. Makes no noise, but I get a little joy out of it.
But popping, you can stomp them and pop them.
You can stomp and pump?
Yeah, stomp and pump.
Okay. Hey, hang on, guys.
That could be.
Hang on.
That could be popcorn.
There's stuff up here.
Oh, wait a minute.
Whoa.
This is not.
This is crazy.
Unless there's another giant box in there, this is not an air popper.
Yeah, what's
No, it is. But look what she gave us in addition to that.
Is that is it a paperweight that says the other 51 on it?
No. It's
black
truffle sea salt.
Oh, that she spoke about. So she got us everything
Say
that
that
she
again?
said that's what she does.
Show the again, Matt.
Sorry.
And then here it is.
Nice.
It's the Presto Pop Light.
Now, did she?
They are not a sponsor.
It is yellow. Or at least
Yeah.
the accoutrement.
That's
Not
the configuration that I'm familiar
There
with.
it is. That pot now it pops with hot air, not oil. Makes a low-fat treat with virtually no unpopped kernels. Faster than a microwave. What? Pops up to 18 cups in less than 2.5 minutes.
That can't be.
Does anybody believe that?
No, because don't you have to warm it up, or does it immediately start going?
It uses regular or gourmet popping corn for about a third of the cost of microwave bags. Pays for itself in no time at all. Well, we got it for free.
Is that nice? Now that's the real question. What did she pay, or is there a?
Look what else came with it.
Oh wow, it's a bunch of
Oh
different
my
kinds of
God!
popcorn.
Is that's the
gourmet popcorn?
That's the healthy stuff.
Midnight Blue, lady finger type, medium white wholeness. Wholeness?
Holeless, perhaps?
Hulless. Wholeness.
Oh boy!
Holeless.
What do you got over there?
This is.
What did she send us?
She really
This
went
is the-
above and beyond. This is
She wanted
insane.
us to have popcorn.
I thought this bit was going to be over 45 minutes ago. I thought we'd go, oh yeah, it's a hot air popper. We'd move on.
This is extra virgin olive oil spray.
Oh, you put on after you've
I
popped
like
it?
that. Now we're talking. Although that kernel right there looks awful. What is that?
This one here?
Yeah.
That's the Midnight Blue.
What's that all about?
It's a small wholeness, just a little bit crunchy. The later finger type is the smallest of the hulls. Hullis. Then you got Baby White. Extra small and tender.
Baby white sounds like a kind of cocaine.
And I also don't like the description of extra small and tender.
No,
It sounds...
That's not what I'm looking for in popcorn.
Right?
Or cocaine.
All right, well, listen, it claims it gets it done in less than 2.5 minutes.
Well, let's test it.
Yeah, let's test it.
Obviously.
All right. Okay.
So one presumes that we have everything we now need.
Well, what else is going on in our lives, though, right? I mean, shouldn't this be done off the air? Or, I mean, it feels like what a ridiculous start to the show of people are going to have us set up a popcorn machine.
You were just in Omaha. You had a great time. Good shows, good crowds.
Hey, you know what I saw last night? I went to a concert last night. I'll tell you later.
Okay. Let's make popcorn first. That's the important thing.
Watch Jimmy open.
You went to that crazy concert that was like Journey and Fleetwood Mac.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Who else? The Doobie Brothers?
No, last night was the first night was the Doobie Brothers, Steely Dan, and the Eagles.
And you skipped that. You weren't.
I was out of town.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have gone to that. I've seen the Eagles enough in my lifetime once, and I've seen them a couple times.
Sounds like hell froze over.
And it's like 3/5 of the Eagles or something. What's left of the Eagles?
Yeah, there are some dead members.
Well, they've got Glenn Fry's son is sitting in, as well as Vince Gill, who is one of the best country guitarists of all time. He's terrific. So I would have, I actually would have enjoyed seeing it just for that reason. But I went. It was Earth, Wind, and Fire, Journey, and Fleetwood Mac at Dodger Stadium, where the sound is just shy of good. Like it's okay.
Where were you on the field or?
No, those seats. The price for those field seats were stupid. Stupid. We sat up in the lows. We had great seats.
Who's we?
Me and a bunch of other people. Yeah. No, my beautiful wife Danielle.
Oh, Danielle went.
Yeah, she likes Fleetwood Mac, and she likes Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I saw the post
about Journey.
She sat through Journey.
Does Journey close that show?
No, Fleetwood Mac does.
No.
Did you get the full Mac?
Yeah, full Mac.
All four?
Christine McVie's there, Stevie Nicks, all five. John McVie, Mick Fleetwood, and Lindsey Buckingham.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Who, as I tweeted out, I still maintain he's the best live guitarist I've ever seen. And, I've seen everybody. Except for Trey. You haven't seen Trey on a Star Show and Fish. You won't go see Dave Matthews.
Well, no one's saying Dave Matthews is the best.
What about John Mayer? I've seen him live.
Where?
At Conan. He used to come on Conan a lot.
Yeah.
and
by the way, I actually think John Mayer's a great guitarist. A lot of people like to shit on him. I like him. I don't like his songs.
It's a little bit to do with what they're playing, isn't it? I mean, like, you could be the greatest guitarist in the world, but if you're playing John Mayer's hits, that's not going to be that exciting.
That is my cousin's argument about Steve Perry. That, yes, he's got the greatest voice in the world, but look what he chooses to do with it. Because he hates Journey. I, of course, like Journey, but I think I like Journey a lot because of Steve Perry's voice.
That's what I was going to ask.
Chicken and egg situation.
Because Journey is the band that had replaced.
Yeah, I got the Filipino dancing around it there.
Okay, so were they both there?
No, Steve Perry's not in the band anymore. Okay. He's given his blessing to RNL. Okay. And we wish RNL luck.
He doesn't need it. He's
lived his dream, hasn't he?
Yeah.
You don't remember the Arnel Pineda story?
Yes, I do.
I discovered him.
I know. So I was wondering if you perhaps bumped into him after the show.
I didn't bump into him. I announced it to the stadium.
You just stood up there right in your seats?
I let everybody know in my area.
In your area.
You know what? This actually happened. This did happen. Lindsey Buckingham's about to, he could be a little bit of a windbag, but I kind of like it. I like the way he talks. I like his word choices. It's a little condescending and pretentious. I mean, any other word that fits this. He goes, he's explaining, Fleetwood Mac is a amalgamation or whatever the hell he says, and, of things. And the guy behind me turns to his wife and goes, they weren't together for a long time. They broke up, and blah blah. And he's blah blah blah. While Lindsey Buckingham is explaining the dynamics of it, and I go, let's hear him say it. And Danielle laughed and left. She laughed. And the guy stopped talking. I think he heard me because he did stop at that point. But I meant it. It's like, dude, he's explaining it better than you ever could. And then one guy had a hat and another guy had a sandwich. They didn't get along anymore. Let him say it. And then he went right into big love. Oh, God, so great.
Is that true about the sandwich?
I don't know anything about sandwiches, no. But it was a nice concert.
Now, we need something... We need a bowl. I think that's the only thing she didn't include was a bowl.
Oh, well, then fuck it, Andrea. How do you give a gift and not provide?
What do you want? Should we use that cup over there?
Which one do you want to try? You want to try the baby white?
Baseball ashtray.
What kind do you want to try? The medium? How about the medium white?
Yeah.
I want whatever tastes like popcorn.
I'm going to try the medium white. I think that makes the most sense here.
No.
What?
That's a terrible choice.
That's horrible. That's not going to hold anything.
We have in the past said it would be good for nuts.
Yeah, that's nuts. Not 18 cups of popcorn.
You got holeless popcorn. It'll hold up fine.
All right, first of all, get this out of my sight.
Can you see if there's a bowl in the kitchen, maybe?
Yeah, could you go see?
Even if it's like a couple of plastic or like, little disposable bowls.
This feels really like it should have been done I'm unpacking now.
It should have been done by Garen while you were talking about Journey, but he chose to sit on his butt.
You didn't see that happening? That's all he does.
I mean, what do we have him here for?
The greatest thing that almost happened to this show was when we thought he was going to quit.
Now, you didn't answer my question. Was there a receipt in the box that said how much she paid for that thing? Because there was a lot of conversation about.
No, but look at this. Boy,
price.
I'm going to tell you something. That's
nice.
This is much different than what I grew up. This was not my mother's air popper.
No, it's not.
There's nothing, Garen.
Garen, before
there's not. You look through all the cupboards in the kitchen. There's not one bowl.
You want me to just grab someone's random? Well, plus there was somebody in there, so I have to wait till they leave before I can snatch somebody's random thing.
Get in there and say, "Hey, dirty bowl. Look at the big bowl."
Ironically enough, she's making popcorn.
What?
Tell her to come in here. Get the bowl before she does then.
She's got the bag. Do you want there's an ice cream tray or an ice cube tray. We can put it in there.
No, that's not going to help us. Get this out of here.
How about get some paper towels and line that box that everything came in, and we'll fill the box with popcorn.
That's really the only way to do it, right?
Yeah.
I do have a receptacle we could probably use.
What does that mean?
I was going to save it for later, but.
What, do you got a gift of some sort?
Terrified of what's about to happen.
What's you got?
I have no idea either.
This is when Garen.
I did bring a sack of dogs, friend.
No.
So if you want to take the chili dogs out of here.
Why would you bring a sack of dogs?
I brought a hot dog for everybody.
I was at Dodger Stadium last night. I've had my hot dog fill for the year.
Sack of dogs, friend.
Now you're suggesting we fill that bag that now smells like chili dogs
with delicious air-popped popcorn.
So we get hot dog flavored popcorn. Is that the?
Gonna work. And why were you waiting on the hot dogs? Hot dog is an item best served hot.
Yeah,
you gotta let
right there in the name.
Harden up a little bit.
Oh God. So they're just you were sitting in your backpack. Now your backpack is gonna smell like hot dog.
It's fine. It's good.
How do you live your life? How have you made it this far without somebody murdering you? Your choices are all wrong.
What? This makes me wonder, when you had those chili dogs the other day and you took 2 home for dinner or whatever you did.
Oh boy, you know what that means.
Did you even reheat those hot dogs or did you just eat them cold? Come on, man.
They weren't cold. They're not.
The hot dog is awful to begin with, but cold.
What, they were room temp?
They're room temp.
Oh,
so wait a minute.
That's not healthy. That's not safe.
You ate 2 hot dogs at lunch.
Yeah.
You then didn't put them in the refrigerator to then bring home to reheat later? You just let them sit in your bag?
They're sitting in my desk.
They're not. You're going to get fired.
Look,
That's
the
worst.
pitch of your voice belays the fact that you believe that they were safe.
They were delicious.
You can't let chili dogs sit on a desk in a workplace.
They keep warm. The chili's hot. The dog remains warm.
I'm not worried about that anymore. I'm worried about your coworker that has to deal with
they don't smell. They don't smell. They don't smell.
Garen, the worst thing that could happen to me is you get fired from that job. It's not. Can you stop giving them reasons to fire you? This is the worst, baby, worst.
I'm very sensitive to workplace odors.
You can't be.
How can you smell anything but the hot dogs that surround you?
They don't smell. They're in a nice paper bag. You guys didn't even know I had them. Nice paper bag.
Yeah, because they were sealed up in your backpack.
Bring it over here.
So you want to do the bag is the thing.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes, Matt.
Okay.
All right.
I already know that they're chili dogs.
I know, but I want to
work.
know when do you pick it up? When?
I can smell them a little bit right now.
You can?
A little bit.
I can't, and I got one in each nostril.
Did you go like head and bag?
Even if you go ahead and bag, he's not wrong. It's not all that potent.
You're right. It just smells like a bag.
Smells like a bag
with a little bit of chili inside.
Yeah, like a chili bag. All right.
Suck it on chili bags.
Outside the taste freeze.
I guess we could do that later.
Boy, I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of want a hot dog, but I don't want it now.
Right. Save it for the guest. There's one for everybody.
Garen, get off that lazy queen ass of yours and go and take these off the table.
We need to get an ejector seat for him.
like one of those old age seats that pops you to a standing position.
Yeah, but like hydraulic, so it goes fast. The last thing we need is to wait around 30 seconds.
All right, here we go.
To load.
Never preheat popcorn popper. All right.
Okay, there you go. You don't have to preheat it.
Always place recommended amount into popping chamber prior to plugging it in.
Does it have a scoop to measure the amount?
Operating popper without popping corn or preheated popper will or preheating it will cause. Okay, so I don't. Does it say how much to put in here?
Does this do double?
There should be a yellow scoop thing.
That's the never use without the cup in place.
half cup measure.
Oh yeah, never fill the chamber with more than half a cup.
Yeah, there you go. Half a cup.
Is that our measure?
That's what it is. Yeah. And then I guess you could probably put butter in there too.
Yeah, we're gonna go butter free today, right?
Yeah, we don't have butter.
We'll spray.
I also don't want. I think it's best to. So do I fill this completely?
Yep. To the line, I guess.
Line. That's not a song from Hamilton.
Hey Elliot, let me do this directly behind something else. So that's not helpful for you at all.
Yes, it's very
We're
exciting.
not making an instructional video. We're just making popcorn.
All right, so do I dump this in here then?
You've got the instructions. Why are you asking me?
Well, you know, I don't know. It's been since the 70s since I've used one of these things.
Well, I haven't used one since the 80s, so.
All right, here, remove the cover. Use the butter melter as your measuring scoop. Fill the butter with popcorn until it's level. All right, that's good.
It doesn't have to be
Do we
full.
need to like wipe this thing down before we use it?
Nope. Never fill the past the line. Place the cover. Wait.
There you go. Look at that.
Oh,
Perfect.
That's pretty good.
Thanks, Karen.
Okay, so do I just pour this in here?
I guess we have to plug it in though.
Well, we'll plug it in.
Okay.
After you
Yeah,
do
it says don't plug it in until after. Place the cover in the cover groove. That was a Paul Abdul song, was it not? That was the name of her tour.
Cover in the cover groove.
Goes like that.
Okay. I got an outlet right here.
All right. Place a 4-quart or larger heat-proof bowl under the popping chute. Heat-proof.
Oh boy.
What do we got? Nothing but paper?
That'll work.
We'll be all right. One batch will yield 3 to 5 quarts of popcorn.
I don't know what that is.
We're about to find out.
Okay, have that other box on
like
standby.
a Lucy
All right,
episode.
have that other box on standby.
That'll be for the overflow.
All right. So wait, are you gonna put this in the in front of the guest chair?
yeah, I'm gonna put it right here. And
Okay. There we go. Plug it in.
Oh, it's a very short cord.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Is it gonna reach? Barely. Oh, just missing. Hold on.
Wait a minute. So what can we do?
It's all right.
Oh, wait, Jesus Christ! It's going. Wait, Matt. The top is kind of falling off there.
What?
The yellow seems to be. Okay. All right. Now this claims.
It's already spitting out unpopped kernels.
Did I do something wrong?
I don't think so. I feel like I need to hold this thing closer.
It feels like I've done something wrong.
Well, did you read all the instructions?
No, you were witness to what happened. I speed read.
Do not like how some of these guys are already coming out.
Well, it says mostly there
Right.
won't be any unpopped ones. Maybe the first two that come out of
Should I
the.
go this way? It seems like it's going to have a wide spray.
Wait, did you immerse this in water
No.
or any liquid?
No.
Okay, we'll be all right then. Never.
I was thinking, is that what we have to do?
Wait, you got a fill line. You got a popping chamber.
I think our guest is here.
All right, Garen, go get our guest. Let them know we're making popcorn.
Look, everything's coming out.
Never popcorn. Hi, Scott.
Oh, wow, he walked right in.
Scott, we're making. Andrea Savage sent us an air popper because we all made fun of it. And so we're seeing, it says it's going to make us 4 to 5 quarts of popcorn in less than 2.5 minutes.
4 to 5 quarts in 2.5 minutes. How long would it take him to make 1 quart?
Well, I don't think we don't have a choice on that.
30 seconds?
Yeah, maybe half a minute.
Maybe we should have just put less in. Was that an option to put in only a little bit?
I guess 2.5 minutes didn't seem like a long time to me. It now seems like an eternity.
So far, all we have is unpopped kernels in here, so.
I fear I've done something wrong, and I think it's here we go.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Hey!
Oh, God.
Oh, good Lord. That's not going to hold that. That's not a 5-quart box.
Why are you making fun of air poppers?
Well, we don't like the taste. Do you eat air popped popcorn?
I can't say that I have much occasion to eat
all of a
air
sudden.
popped popcorn, no.
It's very bland. We were talking. She was raving about hers. And we were saying that it's very bland. Oh shit! All right, that's not going to hold it. Garrett, get the backup box.
This is going to be fine.
Huge.
I don't see a problem here.
You're already fucked. All right, can you, Matt? You're going to have to hold it straight up. Swap it out. Swap it out.
I'm dealing with a cord here. I'm dealing with a cord.
All right, Garrett, get underneath there.
Go.
It smells good.
That smells
It
good.
does actually smell good. Does it taste good?
You weren't supposed to eat it yet. Scott, you want to try
I think
some?
that's it.
I do.
Look inside, Matt. I think that's it.
Oh, that's as bland as we were promised.
I'm scared to look.
Yeah, you know what? The last thing you want is one of those hot, isn't it? Right? Make that face for the camera if you would, please. Oh, it's as awful as I remember.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just like eating.
All right, hang on.
Although, if
pillow.
the choice is eating no popcorn or that, I would say that.
You would? Over none.
Over none. Like, if I could never eat popcorn again in my life.
Yes.
Hey, Elliot, will you take this out of the way?
Will somebody do that?
So I'm not just holding it in the air.
All right, hang on, Scott. Finish your thought.
If the choice was never eat popcorn again or eat that exclusively, I would say eat that exclusively. Because it has the tactile feel of popcorn. It just doesn't taste as good.
Oh, she recommends you use the extra virgin olive oil spray and this truffle salt. So let's
right,
spray it
try
first.
that.
all right, we all agree this sucks.
That's packing peanuts.
Right?
Yep, totally.
Yeah. Garen, you agree with that? All right, hot dogs? All right, Scott, by the way,
Hot dogs.
we got chili dogs if you want a chili dog as well.
No, thank you.
Garen brought chili dogs in today. Extra virgin olive oil
What's up,
spray.
hot dogs?
Exactly. Excuse me.
Is that perfume?
All right, that's...
That. Here you go. Get a little bit more on that.
You want a little more on that?
Yeah, I think that can never.
It's kind of coming out like a stream as
It's not
opposed
a
to a
good.
spray.
Yeah, it's not a good.
All right, now we add this San
What
Francisco...
she said?
That's,
Can't be what she said ever.
it's not what she said. It's how she said.
All right, so here we go. Oh, that comes out nicely.
It. Oh,
That's also what she said.
All right, here we go. All right, this
really?
is with
That's it for the salt.
Like, shake it up a little. You don't need a lot of salt for popcorn.
As the car said, shake it up.
Yeah.
All right, ass folks, here we go.
Ass folks.
Yep, I'm talking to grandparents.
Asphalt.
All right, this is the black truffle sea salt. All right, Scotty, get your hand in there. I'm going to get my hand in here. Matt Belknap, you get your hand in here. Elliot, make your way around mission control.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, good. I grabbed
Gary, just sit and watch.
I grabbed the 4 pieces that have none of the items on it.
Yeah, it doesn't taste any different.
Oh my God.
Now it's like it's like the same, but also it tastes like aluminum for some reason.
Now it tastes like a salad. Hang on, I'm going to douse it. Watch this.
Yeah.
I'm going to douse it.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
All right, it's being doused. Right, this is the only way to.
By the
save
way,
this.
you're not podcasting this, right?
Yeah, live. Yeah, we're streaming live. This is the highest ratings we've ever had. All right, now I'm going to do that. I'm not going to shake it
And
up.
don't shake it. Yeah.
Right,
here we
now,
go.
now get in on this. Does that save it? Does it make it worse?
Get some that clearly has olive oil.
Does Andrea not know what popcorn is?
I mean, it tastes more like butter.
It's better than it was.
It was better than it
Well,
was.
you got to have salt on popcorn, otherwise, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's. I like olive oil, but that's a weird.
I don't hate it.
You know what? I don't hate it either.
But I worry that you've put too much on, that it's almost like butter now. You know what I mean? Like maybe, is that the amount of olive oil she's suggesting you put on, or is that?
I don't know the answer to that. She
Yeah.
said use half a bottle.
Not. I mean, you know.
I think it. Yeah, I think it went too far the other way now. It's like heavy. I'm gonna shake it up a little bit.
All right. All right. Well, listen.
People love hearing shows where people have their mouths full.
They don't care
right?
for that at all. But you know what? Luckily, we don't do it a lot. You don't do it a lot. We're not like one of those shows that does it a lot that gets comments about it. They're out there. I don't listen to them.
Which shows are you talking about?
I've got Toggle Ass, Jimmy Dore. All right. That was the. Oh, by the way, Scott, you were enjoying the medium white Hullis. Medium white Hullis.
Mm-hmm. I like the first two words.
Guess that's a dick joke. Not 100% sure.
I think it's a white supremacist joke.
Either way,
It's somewhere in between.
Either way, it works. I'm going to try this one last time, and then. Hey, Garen, serious question. Or Scott, you want to do it? You're welcome to.
Look, either of us can field this.
Knock on the door across the way.
I'm not going to do this.
And say we're trying out a new hot air popper, and it was recommended we go with the olive oil and the sea salt. We want to know their thoughts on it.
Their thoughts on olive oil?
On the, yeah.
Give him a
Meaning
taste
you're
test.
gonna let them try it.
Yeah,
Not just we want your thoughts.
Just tell us
Yeah.
what you think this sounds like.
You know what? Don't tell them what's on it. Ask them if they like it. Just get their thoughts on it. Leave the door open. Scott, sit that out there.
Let's stick that mic out.
Stick the mic out there. It looks like. There we go.
We're doing a taste test of the air popper. Do you want to try it and see if you like it?
Will you try that and tell us what you think of it?
Y'all can try it. Everyone can have a piece.
What do you think of that? It's olive oil and
Truffle salt.
and truffle salt.
I can taste the truffle. You can tell it isn't just like butter, canola oil. It's good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I like the truffle. The truffle is cool.
All right. Do you want to have the rest of it?
You need it that much, huh?
People didn't like it in this office. It was not a win. It was not a win.
If you leave it in the kitchen, maybe we'll pick up on it.
Leave it in the kitchen. All right. Thank you for your help. Well,
Can I lock this?
That's the first time one of our adventures outside of the office failed.
I'm not sure I went southern when I went over there.
Yeah, why'd you go? What did you say?
We're trying to have popcorn over here. We thought you might want a little ding-dong lick of it.
Why did you do it character?
Sometimes that happens. I'll just drop a y'all. I don't know why.
There is that part of Michigan that for some reason you have a little, there's a southern twang to Michigan that I will never understand. I got to tell you something, it's killer. Get over there, you go to that comedy club, that's killer over there.
Got some holes in my teeth.
Is that how you say it? Holes? Holus?
I thought it was whole-less.
It's Hulless. It's a word I've never heard until today.
It's got to be.
They're saying it's without hulls.
The shell is
Hull-less.
So it's whole-less.
So that should be. We shouldn't end up with the brown stuff that gets caught in your teeth. That seems to be the whole thing.
Oh.
Because I feel like I have it all in my teeth.
I do
right
too.
now.
Yeah,
it feels like the worst.
Work.
This is medium white Hulless.
I'm just saying that would be my expectation.
Wait, so you're
if that's
telling
what
me?
I bought.
You're telling me? So how do you spell Hull?
Hull.
How would you spell Hulless?
Hullles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So are we sure that?
Yeah, but you can't put 3 L's.
Are we sure that Hulless means lack of hull?
Karen, look it
I'm
up.
not, but I feel like it's pretty.
Look it up,
bet.
Karen. Look it up.
If you ate this in December, would it be Christmas in Hollis?
Yes. I'm going to yes and that premise. All right. Scott Aukerman is here. What?
Is it the guy from Amadeus' popcorn brand?
Oh, Tom Hulse?
It's Tom. Oh, you know what? It's Tom Hulse's popcorn.
That makes a lot of sense.
I apologize.
That's why he hasn't been acting as much lately. He's been focusing on his popcorn.
Whatever happened? Why is he not in movies anymore?
That's weird, isn't it?
Everybody liked that guy.
He was great.
You had a follow-up of that one movie with 2 names in it? I can't remember.
Well, he was also in Parenthood. He was great in Parenthood.
Yeah, in Parenthood, and then he just was like, peace.
Yeah. Threw up the fingers and said adios. Thank you, Showbiz.
Yep.
I bet you he's one of these guys who lives in Montana.
He might be one of those guys, too, that something terrible happened. Like, I read Entertainment Weekly this week, and they had a big article about Amy Locane, the actress from Crybaby and Melrose Place.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever happened to her? Oh, she had a drunk driving incident and killed someone.
Oh,
God,
no.
no.
Wow.
So
she making her way back, though? Is that why there's an article?
No, she's decidedly not making her way back. She's just...
But she's doing interviews about it?
I felt like it was trying to influence the fact that there's an appeal going about how short her sentence was, and she's trying to show that she is a productive member of society who's trying to give back and speak about the issue and stuff like that. That's what it seemed like to me. But she's decidedly not trying to get back into acting.
All right. Cut to. She's on a TV show next week. All right.
She's very pretty.
I don't.
So who did Tom Hulse kill?
Oh, you think he murdered?
I think he murdered someone.
That makes sense.
It does sound right.
He won an Oscar. Didn't he win for Amadeus? Or did he?
I doubt it.
He was just nominated.
I don't remember. He was nominated, yeah.
If you're Oscar nominated, you can kill one person.
Oh, is that right? What if you win more than one? How many? Did OJ win one?
What would he have won for?
He murdered somebody.
He murdered 2 people.
Maybe?
He murdered 2 people.
That means he must have won 2.
Probably an Emmy and he's probably got 2 of the guys.
Oh, maybe the Heisman is worth 2.
Well, that makes more sense.
It's a very prestigious award,
and it's already violent in nature. So
that's only one person gets that a year, whereas the Oscars there's like 20 or 30 of them.
We would have a killing spree on our hands if they did for the IM.
It's like The Purge.
I love those movies.
Oh, I love them.
You don't like them?
No, I love the premise of them.
You know what, Scott? I think I love the premise, and I talk myself into loving the movies because I love the premise of them.
Come to think of it, I don't think I've seen 2 or 3. I just have them at the house. I haven't talked them in.
I enjoy them.
But the first one, loved the premise and didn't think it was executed all that well, and then...
I still like them. I still like all 3 of them. So I've seen all 3 of them opening night.
There's a certain sense of wish fulfillment about it. Of like, oh, that's cool. Like, you could do anything you want. And I wonder why aren't they always in the point of view of the people who don't want stuff happen to them instead of the people who are like, make it in the POV of people who are out there trying to fuck shit up. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think maybe 3 might have something to do with that.
Oh, yeah. That was the one that was politics?
Yeah.
You guys
what
think
are you chomping down on?
Do you hear that?
Yeah, I definitely hear it. It's very loud. Why would we not hear the loud chomping?
I don't know if you can hear it or if it's just echoing in my head. I don't know if it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Because it's unbearable to me.
Do you guys think we should do a podcast purge, like one day where you can kill any podcaster?
Any podcaster?
Jesus, that's gonna
I
be...
feel like I would go first week.
you would be one of the people holed up in a...
Well, I just hope I would last longer than Marin.
I'm going to tell you, I think there's going to... You go to Marin's street and you can't get on it. There's so many guys wanting to kill him.
Yeah, a lot of traffic in Washington.
Yeah, more...
Would he still have the Secret Service up there?
I think
on the roof.
I think he would see it coming and go, "Hey, fellas, a little favor." We're all good, right?
We good?
We good?
Gunshot.
Purge. That would be interesting. It's the only way, really, to get rid of what's happening right now with the amount of podcasting.
Too many podcasts.
Yeah.
They would go for the bigger shows first, wouldn't they? To get them out of the way?
Yes, I think
to
so.
clear the way for the smaller shows?
Ira Glass.
You're doomed.
If you have a podcast, you can kill someone, or just anyone can kill any podcast?
No,
what's your premise?
I was thinking that only podcasters can do it and only...
Oh, wait, podcaster cannot kill podcaster. It's right in the oath.
Well, then who's going to be...
It's like the Planet of the Podcasters.
That's right.
Podcaster, no kill podcaster.
Right.
I never got that memo. I'm going to go ahead and kill some podcasters.
Who do you kill first? Serious.
Jesse Thorne.
Oh.
Wow, that was really
I mean,
quick.
obviously I brought this up for a reason.
He's been thinking about it.
Yeah.
And of course, the listeners know that I would kill one of the Sklars. I just don't know which one.
You don't know which one.
So
I would
kill them both just to be
I
safe?
would just to be safe. That makes the most sense. I got to take them both out. But the other way to go is just let them both live. That seems like the wrong way to choose.
How about you tell them to tell you which is which, and you let them decide between each other? They kill each other.
They don't know which one I don't like.
I know.
Right.
That's the whole
it's a
game
of
of it.
chance.
I don't know which one I don't like.
I understand.
Describe their personality. Bad,
unlikable, off-putting. One of them's fun, good guy to be around.
I'm drawing a blank.
I literally cannot tell you which is which.
They both seem like fun guys to me.
All right, you know what? Ellie, you got it right.
Better just kill them both.
I got to kill them both. That's the best way to do it. All right, Scott Aukerman is here. We're talking podcast purge. That's our topic today. Give us a call, 591-ROCK, 591-ROLL. Who would you kill if you had the opportunity in the podcast world? We'll be back right after this.
Hey guys, Matt here with some dates for you. Scott Aukerman's on Twitter at Scott Aukerman. His comedy show that he does on the Earwolf Network, like us, is called Comedy Bang Bang. And you can find it at Stitcher or iTunes or wherever you get podcasts. I suggest you do that. Let's see. Never Not Funny is going to be live at the Flappers in Burbank for the Burbank Comedy Festival on the 14th of August. That is a 5 p.m. show. Hope you can make it. Go to flapperscomedy.com for tickets to that, or nevernotfunny.com and click the tour link. You can find info there. Meanwhile, Jimmy Pardo is going to be doing some stand-up comedy at the the Melrose Improv. Jimmy Pardo and Friends, that is on the 5th of August. After that, he's going to Salt Lake City, Wise Guys, 18th and 19th of August. Then he's on to Atlanta, Georgia. Hotlanta John! He's going down there to the Laughing Skull on the 25th and 26th of August. All his dates and deets are at jimmypardo.com. Click the tour link and enjoy.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the program, episode 2024. Scott Aukerman is here. We've already enjoyed some delicious popping corn, courtesy of our friend Andrea Savage. Now, let's go around the horn. Let's say hello to everybody. Scott, you know the drill. The conversation's open for...
Sure. Now, I have kind of forgotten the rules about this. Am I able to talk at any point? When you're speaking to other people, do I jump in? Am I supposed to lay out? What exactly happens on the show?
It's an open forum. You're allowed to
open forum.
Jump in any time that you like. Yeah.
And do we talk about specific issues or?
Yes. And today it's food. Today's the topic is food.
Today's food.
Yeah. And
we all eat it.
Everybody needs it.
What did you have for breakfast, Scott?
Ooh, well, I had an egg frittata, some watermelon slices, a cup of coffee.
Boy, I've never hated you more in my life.
My erectile dysfunction pills.
Oh, okay, good. All right, good. All right. So we're still all doing that then?
Yeah.
Good. What'd you have, man? What does Matt Belknap have?
What you have?
Hey, sucker. I had 2 eggs, over easy, and a piece of bacon.
Interesting.
One
Turkey
piece?
bacon?
One single piece of bacon.
Who eats one
piece?
I like to go easy on the bacon.
You're not part of this bacon trend where if you eat one, you have to have the whole package, and you got to buy a T-shirt and a hat that proves it?
What trend is this?
This fucking bacon thing that everybody's crazy about.
I don't know.
Hats, T-shirts, the whole shot.
You know, it started with the... It didn't
I
start
don't.
with-
Don't call me a liar.
Years ago.
Fuck you.
Remember when zombie, whatever it was, voodoo?
Fuck you years ago.
When zombies
Remember
were eating
zombie,
bacon?
fuck you.
No. Remember when Voodoo Donuts started putting bacon on donuts and everyone's like, bacon's so great, you should do everything with it.
Now.
Okay.
You don't remember any of this?
No!
Are you anti-bacon?
No, I like bacon. I actually like turkey bacon a lot.
I love turkey bacon.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
I know that surprises everybody that's listening right now.
It surprises me a lot.
Because the thing I want less in the world, turkey burger. No, thank you. No,
They're all right.
Thank you.
But turkey bacon, like crisp turkey bacon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some undercooked turkey bacon the other day. And
You go undercooked.
No, I didn't want it that way. That's how it came to me. And
You couldn't send it back?
It didn't occur to me. I'm not like you. I'm not.
Is this at the bacon sushi place?
Why wouldn't you?
I don't
if
remember
your
where
food is not cooked properly, you could send it back. That doesn't make
I don't
you.
Yeah, what
remember.
kind of pussy are you?
I don't remember where I was even. It wasn't. It was Charlie's. It was on Charlie's plate, and I was just like, "Oh, you know what it was? I think we were at Disneyland." It was at Disneyland. That's a situation where it's like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah,
Go
you can't
back
send it
in?
It's a 45-minute wait.
Yeah, like it's not. There's not.
Eat your
waiters.
undercooked food, son. We don't have time.
I mean, obviously it's pre-cooked, but then then they cook it for you again, and it's not. It was floppy instead of. I like it crispy. So. No. Boy. No. What happened? That turned so quickly. Oof. Went from a conversation to suddenly everyone was exhausted and angry at me.
Waffle and ham. That's what I had this morning.
Waffle and ham.
A couple of waffles and some ham. That's what I had this morning.
That's my lawyer belongs to that.
Over at waffle and ham. Yeah. You're upset with ham.
It's an odd combo.
Ham is a nice breakfast food. Ham
Is it like a thick slice of ham?
No,
Like
nice thinly sliced.
Thinly sliced. So like deli sliced
Yeah,
ham?
I had a sandwich. I had a waffle sandwich.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. An open-faced waffle sandwich.
Yeah, an open-faced waffle sandwich.
Gross.
What kind of waffles?
Idea.
What?
What kind of waffles? Were they toaster waffles or?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't have a waffle of iron in my house.
You don't have a waffle oven iron?
No, sir.
You got to call Andrea Savage to hook you up.
Oh yeah. You know what? Actually, what else do we need? Next time she's on,
You should just get a registry and then invite her to it.
Yeah, and she comes on every week.
What are your thoughts on this? And
We
then
just have
she
to
goes, I
shit
love
talk.
it. And we
Yeah.
say, oh, you're wrong. Those are the worst things in the world.
Waffle irons suck, man. I can't imagine anything worse than a waffle made
Hey,
from
we
a
got a
waffle
package
iron.
from Andrea Savage. Told us to go fuck ourselves. I wonder what this could be. All right, let's check it over there. Now, Garen Cockrell, he's over there at the Pop Culture Reviews Info Desk. That, of course, is sponsored by dogpile.com. Garen has brought a sack of hot dogs with him from the Wiener Schnitzel. Now, they are not an advertiser. Now, the premise is the other day, Scott, Garen Cockrell admitted to us that for lunch, what he does from his day job is he walks down to the Schnitzel, he gets himself a sack of chili dogs, eats 2 at lunch, saves the other 3 for dinner, and as we learned here today, leaves the other 3 on his desk for the several hours before he leaves for the day.
Where do we barf during the show?
I don't do this. This isn't a weekly thing.
It sounds like it's something you do every single day.
No.
Why not?
No.
It's cost effective?
You sound like Mike Pence denying something. No, now why would I
That
do
means,
that?
then we know
Of
that means.
course it's not true.
No, of course. It's not.
Of course.
Scotty getting political. I like it.
I'm not saying he's wrong about his denials. I'm just saying
Okay, well,
the sound of his
Either
voice.
way, the
sounds
fact
like
that you know his voice is telling.
Where do you? Is this the Burbank one?
Face nodding.
Yep.
Makes me want to murder him.
So you
I'm sorry.
you work
My own show.
over in the Olive and Barham sort of
he works
area.
at Warner Music.
Yeah.
Warner
I live
Music.
in,
Warner Music Group.
Alameda.
Alameda. Mm-hmm.
By the way, Garen, prepare to eat your words with those chili dogs.
Oh, boy.
You've been making fun of Simsies all this time. Turns out Simsies has a trivia night on Sunday night.
What the Simsies?
Yeah.
What about the
Where's
jazz?
Simsies?
No, the jazz has been put aside.
Wait, is
Jazz on
Simsies where
Sunday?
we went once?
Yeah. Do you like
Is that where
place?
the Tonight Show band used to play, but they renamed it? That place across the street?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
I forget what it used to be called. So get in on that.
Oh yeah, jerk.
I ran into our friend David Bax there last night. I was on my way out. He was on his way in to play trivia.
At Simsies.
Yeah.
Is that the place we went?
Yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah.
And you were on your way out.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Well, I was
Day drinking?
He was walking in. I was walking out. We went back
Yeah,
inside, had
I
a
get
couple of
the-
drinks, and all he kept talking about was glory days.
Twice in 2 weeks you've brought that up. That's twice in 2 weeks you've done that.
Go for a third. Go for a third.
It's just so it just fits every.
Hang on a
situation.
second, just so that I'm clear as to.
Yeah, I was walking in. He was walking.
I
out.
understand that part of it. This is the place that you and I went to at lunch that time.
Yes,
Simsies.
Simsies. It's got, or as Charlie calls it, ketchup face, because the logo is a smiley face made out of ketchup.
Oh, that stops me from going. I
Wait,
didn't know that.
the smiley face is made out of the product ketchup, or there is a ketchup bottle that has a smiley face
It's
on it?
it's like
someone
when they
squirted.
squirt the which is it's like this, just like a squirt. It's like
Nope.
Which is, you know what? I just realized for the first time they do that. That's their signature move at Johnny Rockets, to make a smiley face out of ketchup when
You
they
think
do.
Simsy stole it?
It seems like they've got a lawsuit on their hands.
Have I been to Simsy's?
Yes, we went there.
Follow up.
Yeah,
Did I like it?
I think you did.
All right, very good.
Karen, what I'm asking is, will you go to trivia with me at Simsy's?
Hey, I'll go. Scott lives nowhere near there anymore.
No.
He'll
Yeah.
go.
My office is sort of by there.
Oh, he's got an office near there, I'm told.
Okay.
I'm in.
All right.
What nights is it on?
Sunday nights.
I'm out. That's the Lord's Day.
Oh.
Can't
Well,
get
oh,
trivia
it's,
on the
I'm
Lord's
sorry,
Day.
it's Christian trivia. Did I tell him?
I'm back in.
Okay.
Paul.
No, it was Matthew.
Oh, damn it.
Which hymn of the Republic is all about a famous fight?
Oh, the battle hymn.
Oh, the battle hymn
of the Republic.
How's that go? Can you do it right now?
Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
glory,
Tom
glory,
Larry.
hallelujah. His truth is marching on.
I've never heard a better rendition of that.
I have to. Now, Scott, were you at this concert over the weekend? Did you go to the Classic?
Yeah, Mom.
Were you there?
I was.
Which one?
Well, the TLC. No, I was not at the one you were at. I was at TLC with Blackstreet.
Tone Loc.
Oh, you went to that one?
Montel Jordan.
Where was that? At the
Montel Jordan
Greek?
Kid and Play. That was at the Greek, yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. And where was the Classic? Dodger Stadium?
Dodger Stadium.
I looked at the lineup and I wondered about it. How was it?
Well, we went last night. There was Earth, Wind, and
It's
Fire.
a two-night affair, right?
That's correct.
Is it a family affair?
Sly and the Family Stone was not there.
Damn it.
Was that Sly and the Family Stone? It's a family affair.
I went with your confidence.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, Journey, and Fleetwood Mac is who we saw.
Now, are you going back the second night?
No, the second night was the night before, and that was the Doobie Brothers, Steely Dan, and the Eagles. And we did not go that night.
I like the Doobie Brothers, sort of.
That's who we wish. Either I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. We were kind of hoping
Swap.
the Doobies would have been on.
Yeah.
With Doobie Brothers, Journey, and Fleetwood Mac would have been a great night. Although Earth, Wind, and Fire was great, but I've seen them a lot.
So Journey has the new dude.
That's right, Arnel Pineda.
Is it still good?
Yeah.
Okay. A qualified yes. And then Fleetwood Mac, who is part of it?
All of them. All five
of
were
them.
there, yeah.
All five were there.
That's right.
Okay. Big money-making show for them.
Big money-making
They all
show.
decide to come. And they just play hits?
Well, Christine is back with them.
Christine's back, yeah.
Yeah.
So they just play hits, or do they play stuff off that new Lindsey Buckingham?
No,
Christine
they're doing a separate tour for that.
They are, okay.
Yeah, it's coming
so
up to great.
just Fleetwood Mac hits.
Yeah, and
how long do they play?
They played 2 hours.
2 hours, and how long does Journey play?
Hour and a half.
That's a little long for Journey.
No.
No?
No,
It was good?
There were songs you didn't even hear.
What about Doobies?
Well, they weren't on my show.
Oh, okay. But how long did they play?
Well, I get that.
So 0 minutes?
Don't tell us.
Yeah, 0. Well, last night, none. Not at all. Unless they had another gig somewhere. I don't follow their
Earth,
schedule.
Wind, and Fire, an hour?
They play for an hour.
Okay, so an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours.
It starts at 5 o'clock promptly
Okay.
and ended at 11 o'clock promptly.
Jeez.
Huh.
And the
So half-hour turnaround in between each?
so quick that it was like you never felt there was downtime. It was great. It was a nice night.
And where are your seats?
We were in the loge, out in the what would be right field loge, looking at it. It was great seats. We were happy.
So if this is a Dodger game, where are you exactly? Crack of the bat.
Could get hit with a foul ball down the line of the first base line.
Got it.
And we enjoyed it.
I'm going to turn the tables. How long did TLC play? I heard about how everyone else played 15 minutes at that show.
We got the schedule.
Yeah.
And
Hey, do you like that? Here's the thing. I generally don't. I used to not like this. I liked that the Greek sends you an email a day or two before telling you doors open here, shows here.
I love that.
And they tell you exactly what time everybody's going on and what time you can expect to leave.
I
Love
was
it.
I was trying to get that from venues my entire life.
My entire life. What time will the headliner be on?
I would sometimes, when you go and pick up your tickets, there would be a sheet of paper next to the ticket taker that would have that info.
Yes.
And I would, or sometimes if you go by the stage door, there will be a sheet of paper. I love that kind of info. And
Love
it's terrible that they wouldn't give it out to you until now. But yeah, we got it. The only thing I will say about it is it ran a half hour late, so it was not.
Oh,
prompt.
sounds like you were lied to by the Greek.
So everyone had 15 minutes. Tone Loc, Kid and Play. Who else was there?
Blackstreet.
No, Blackstreet had a little longer.
they
Blackstreet
did the
had
30.
Yeah, they had 30, and then I think TLC must have done an hour and a half.
Okay.
But in fairness,
sounds about
15 minutes of Tone Loc is right.
He's got Wild Thing, he's got Funky Cold Medina, and maybe Chiba Chiba.
Oh, sure.
You know, that's it.
So is that what the three did?
Well, we didn't see him.
Because you saw the lineup, you said we don't need to get there yet.
I wanted to, but I was with a group of 8 people or so, and the other 7 don't care for music as much as I do, so it was more of a fun, like, let's go see TLC and whatever. And so when I saw it, I was like, oh, I'm interested in all this. Let's, try to get there early, and instead dinner plans, etc.
Oh.
So
Was Tone Loc first?
Tone Loc was first. I can pull it up right now.
Kid and Play should be first.
Ready?
I agree. Can you even think of a Kid and Play song?
I couldn't name one Kid and Play song with a gun to my head.
Okay.
Do they do the Real Time with Bill Maher theme?
That's just Christopher Reed solo.
That was a joke I made in the email chain.
Really? Oh my God.
Look at that. You're
Garen.
the same as our intern. Big shot TV star.
Okay, doors open at 5:30.
All right.
Why?
Well, what time's the event begin?
Tone Loc at 7.
6:55?
Yeah, Tone Loc at 7.
All right.
Montel Jordan at 7:15.
What's his
This
hit?
is completely
This is how we
upside
do
down.
it.
Yeah.
He's only got one. See, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, Montel should be first. Kid and Play 7:30. Blackstreet 7:45. TLC 8:20.
And they bring it home.
And they bring it home, yeah. And
It goes right to
TLC,
about
it was
9:30.
about a half hour late. I feel like we got out of there right before 11. So
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
Yeah. So Blackstreet, though, I have to say I did not realize how many kind of hits they had.
I can't name one.
Well, they had No Diggity,
That's
which is the one that I thought of.
Right.
But they had about 3 or 4 songs that everyone was singing along to. So
Oh, all right.
I didn't know them, but Kulop knew them.
Is that your favorite venue here in town, the Greek? I love it.
I love it. It's great. I mean, I
very
like
intimate.
I like walking over to the Hollywood Bowl, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Greek, how intimate it is compared to the bowl.
You can fuck anyone there.
At the bowl?
No, at the Greek. It's so intimate.
Oh. I thought you meant at the bowl because it's so big nobody would see you doing it.
We have the seats like sort of off to the side, those raised elevated ones. And I remember going to see Beck maybe 10 years ago in those and going, these aren't too good. They were great.
I kind of like those too.
Everybody would bitch about those. We'd go, we were up in those things. You got a great view.
Yeah.
What are you mad at?
Yeah. I saw the Strokes there from that vantage, and I was like, this is good. This is exactly. They played like 40 minutes. Remember when the Strokes?
Yeah, remember when they would only play 40 minutes?
I hate
What was
that.
their deal?
Yeah, but
What's the deal
with the Strokes?
You know what?
Indie music, Jerry Seinfeld.
You spend money on a concert.
What's the deal with Bon Iver?
You ever notice how Pitchfork never gives out?
Have you seen the Alex Jones Bon Iver thing that
Yes.
was going around?
Oh, God.
I loved it.
So good.
I've done better. I heard about it and didn't click.
Oh, it was worth
You got the
clicking.
idea.
It was
Okay.
good.
You know what? I saw it like 4 times,
Me
and I was
too.
like, I don't need to. I get what it is, and then I was like, fine, I'll do it, and then I enjoyed it.
I forget who finally tweeted it out. Where it's like, you know what? This guy's usually pretty on point, if I may use that phrase. And
Was it Q-Tip?
trusted him. I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Q-Tip is.
No.
Do you know what a Q-tip is?
Yes, don't put it in your ear. I know that.
But
I keep it away from any opening.
I went to the doctor once, and I had watched the show ER, E/R. Do you know that show?
Yeah, emergency room.
Yes. I had watched that the previous night, and one of the doctors, maybe George Clooney, had told someone, a little girl had gotten something stuck in their ear, and the doctor said, oh no, don't stick anything smaller than your elbow in your ear. Like, ha ha ha, how funny. And I went to the doctor the next day, and I had plugged up ears, and I said, hey, I think I had plugged up ears. He says, you don't use Q-tips, do you? Don't stick anything smaller than your elbow in your ear. And I was like, you're just repeating ER lines back at me.
But that is a standard thing.
That's their standard statement.
I don't know. I felt like he had watched ER the night before.
No, that's the go-to for your ear.
That's the go-to for
The point is, don't put anything in your ear, is what they're trying to say.
Except elbows.
What about in your mouth? Can you stick something smaller than an elbow in your mouth?
I can give you something the size of a Q-tip right now. I can promise you that.
The size of Q-tip's penis?
I don't know who Q-tip is.
A Tribe Called Quest?
No, that's not my bag. I don't know that.
But he had a solo career, too. He's a big star.
A-hole. I don't know who it is.
Vibrant Thing?
Still don't. Was he on your show last night?
Vibrant
Vibrant Thing.
Sure.
I don't know it.
I bet you know Vibrant Thing.
Maybe.
Can I play a little bit of it?
Sure.
All right.
I bet he doesn't.
I bet I don't, too.
Of all the things he would know, it would probably be something from like early Tribe.
Nope.
Like he sampled Lou Reed.
That was quick.
You don't recognize his voice even? You're not like, oh, that sounds familiar.
No.
All right.
He has a very distinctive voice.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. It's, again, not my bag.
This is not it. This is a bad one to pick.
Who's that? Is that
That's Fife. He's on point too.
Is this that tribe you spoke of?
That's yeah. That's the scenario.
Okay.
You know this song, right?
Yeah, I know this one, but only because
you said resoundingly no, you cannot kick it, and then threw your radio
they've
out
asked
the
me
window.
over and over. I said no, I cannot. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, and that was the last time you ever heard of Tribe Called
That's
Quest.
right.
Was the end of that
Get
conversation.
it out. All right, Garen Cockrell's over there. He's at the Pop Culture Business Info Desk, sponsored by dogpile.com. So, Garen, your point today was to bring hot dogs for what was to prove?
For everybody.
Yeah, I brought one for everyone.
He realized that
You'd spoken about this previously, and so he wanted to bring.
There's 5 people in the room, 5 hot dogs.
Yeah, and I think mainly, was it? Did you say that they surely don't sell them that way?
I couldn't believe that they would sell hot dogs in a sack.
Why?
Yeah,
would you
do
have
they
the dogs?
say a sack of dogs?
No, they should.
They will now.
Why is that the part that you don't believe? How else would they sell it to you?
Well, think a box would be involved?
By the dog.
But then you put the dog in a bag.
No, but he's saying you don't order a sack of dogs.
That's
like,
true.
hey, I'll get the sack of dogs.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and I
Jesus,
envisioned a
Jimmy.
sack, not a bag.
It's not a sack.
Now I'm not on board with you.
Oh,
Of course
yeah.
they're not giving
They're
you
not going to give you a flour sack.
They mean a paper bag, you idiot.
But still, it's like a sack of
Matt, what do
flour,
you
or a sack of beans. You don't have a sack of chili dogs.
pin.
That doesn't make any sense. And I admit envisioned them with no wrapping, so it's just a bunch of
well,
chili
that's
dogs
insane.
in the bag.
You've gone off the deep end.
You
at this
completely
point.
lost your mind. you need to seek help from a professional.
I stand by it.
You stand by being
even
wrong?
now you stand by
How can you stand by it?
more do we
can't
have to
stand
mock
by
you?
it. You should say, "Oh, I've been corrected."
That's the best way to handle this.
Thank you.
Be like
Master.
Thank you. I stand by it.
Be like
humble.
our president and accept when you're wrong.
Yeah.
I stand by it.
Very good.
If you, Elliot, seriously.
Yes, sir.
I want you to spend the rest of your life looking for a hot dog place that will give you a bag full of hot dogs unwrapped inside. And then when you find it, take
in a hobo's
picture.
bindle.
Now that's a great idea. You could call it Hobos is the name of the hot dog place,
Right,
and
yeah.
they serve you.
All food served in a hobo's
In a
bindle,
bindle.
with stick
Yes.
or maybe find your own stick.
You only get the stick if it's to go. You get the bindle
That makes
no
more
matter
sense.
what. Yeah, stick is for to go orders.
Because then you untie it and it turns into a placemat.
right, it's like a perfect picnic.
I think it's great.
Those hobos, they were pretty smart.
They had a thing on their feet, Scott. They never knew where they would wake up.
I'm telling you, this is going to be the hot thing for like people going to like the bowl or going to whatever summer picnic situation. Everyone's going to be bringing bindles.
When you say the hot thing, do you mean? Oh shit! I thought it would be in this best of
What we're going to play?
hot thing.
What's hot thing? I don't know that one.
I thought it was a Tribe Called Quest song, but I guess it's actually
Is it Q-Tip? We're all going to wait.
Prince.
We
Talk about.
Pop music. Talk about pop music.
Shibby-dibby-doo-bop.
What were you say, Elliot?
I was just gonna say, if you want to talk about my being wrong about something, like you guys just
That's always on the
It's the
table.
number one topic of
That's
discussion.
always up for.
you just used the word bindle 20 times. I feel like I never heard the word bindle till like 5 years ago, and in my mind, that should be an old word. I feel like though it was made up 5 years ago. Like nobody had a name for what that was, and then somebody all of a sudden decided to name it, and now everybody's using bindle. Now everybody knows what bindle is.
Are you saying, not unlike me, discovering Arnel Pineda, that you've discovered the bindle?
Yes.
What about boater?
What's that now?
Spell it.
Boater.
Oh, like
straw boater?
Like a guy that boats?
No,
Like a hat.
a hat. There you go.
Not familiar with that as for a hat.
I heard that maybe 20 years ago, and I was like, I've never heard anyone say that.
I think you just made it up, Scott. I think this is the first time I've ever heard that used that way.
You're familiar with this?
How would
Yeah, I've
he
heard of the
know
boater.
what it was if I just...
Elliot, it really feels like you're going out of your way to be wrong about things today.
He may be going out of it.
I think that was the setup.
How else is he going to get
Point.
airtime?
I guess what I meant is I don't like it. If that's what you're doing, I'm not a fan.
If that is your whole bag, is like to be just willfully obtuse about stuff in order to get someone to talk to you, that's sad.
Oh boy. Wait for that to be on your tombstone.
Was willfully obtuse.
He's in a better mood these days.
It's true.
Let's remember that.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
What's been going on?
He's got a lady.
He's got a lady friend.
Really?
Oh,
What do
yeah.
you do to her?
What? No, I'm not even going to allow that. No.
No?
No.
What's she like?
She's very
She's
nice.
very nice.
No, what is she like?
Oh, she likes pizza.
She likes willfully
No,
obtuse guys.
I mean, what is she like in bed?
Oh, I don't know the answer to that. I refuse to know the answer. Elliot, you tell us. Don't tell us.
She sleeps. What else do you do in
All
bed?
right, that's enough. All right.
Garen, we're not even to you yet, and I'm done.
Now, Garen, Scott,
Are we trying the hot dogs
on
or
the
what?
show, we will.
Yeah.
On the show last week, I just talked about how I'm obsessed with a show called Release the Hounds. Have you watched Release the Hounds?
I have not.
Release the Hounds is a game show from Britain, I want to say, where you have to go through some Saw-like challenges to find a key. You find the key. You
Sounds
open
like
up.
your show.
It's. I think it's the next step from my show.
Okay.
You find the key. You then have to open up a box that has the money. You put the money in in a backpack. You then have
sack.
to run from dogs that are release the hounds.
Once you put it in the backpack, they say release the hounds.
You go to a starting line. They say release the hounds. A gate goes up. You've got to make it over a wall before the dogs attack you.
And are they attacking you or
Yes.
They're trained. Aren't they trained to grab the backpack?
They're trained to grab the backpack, and so they jump and take you down.
Wow,
it's great. It's great.
How many episodes can you watch? Do you get it after one or?
I think I've watched 5. I think there's 8. Or is there 10?
I think there's 10.
Might be 10 episodes.
Do you remember that game show where if you got it wrong, a hole in the floor?
I like that show too.
Russian roulette.
That was Russian roulette with our friend Mark L. Wahlberg.
Mm-hmm.
And that was an actual Russian game show originally because I actually did a game test of that before they made it the American version.
Oh, is that right?
Yep. They didn't drop us in the floor though.
Someone I knew was a contestant, and I was disappointed to hear that it was probably 3 feet down.
How far did you think it was?
I thought it would be like 6 feet, and then you land on a big
Oh, it had to be
cushy
more than
mat
3 feet because
No,
their head
she's-
never stood. Their head
She
never
said it
stood.
was just like 3 feet, and that was
But
it.
it can't be.
You land on your butt, your butthole.
What? That's not
You know that fleshy part around your butthole,
Yeah,
the cheeks.
the butt.
Okay.
You land on that.
All right.
What, you don't like the word butthole anymore?
I don't like
Buttle.
Why not?
What if you landed on your feet? Did they tell
That's
you
what I'm
to,
saying.
to
It's
drop?
like your head would be
No,
sticking
it's
out of
like-
that hole.
No, it's sort of like a slide situation.
Oh, it is?
Kind
Oh,
of, yeah.
So
Oh, I didn't
Where it's
know
like
that.
it opens up, you sort of slide, and you're.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought you just dropped. Wait, you did it.
What?
No,
They didn't
you-
have that
you didn't
part.
get dropped.
Oh.
Yeah.
They just used bullets.
Hey, ballots, not.
I won.
It's the ballot or the bullet. Name the band.
Oh.
Rage Against the Machine?
No, horrible guess.
Would you say horrible guess?
Horrible guess.
You know he would never know that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that. I want to say it's Van Halen.
Really?
Off Van Halen 3.
That is
look
the
that
most
up.
political I've ever heard them be.
There's the ballot or the bullet.
Do you mean so Van Halen 3, the one with the extreme
With
singer?
Gary Sharon. I'm 98% sure I'm right.
Well, Malcolm X gave the ballot or the bullet speech.
So Van Halen was quoting Malcolm X.
Boy, oh boy, that's something I didn't know. We all learned something here today. Elliot learned Bindle. Is this it?
This is it. I gotta say, I really like his guitar sound on that record. I don't mind him as a singer, but I don't know, just never caught fire. I do like Without You.
Is that the
bad.
one the video was like in an ice palace?
it was.
And
It was in the Frozen set.
I liked that entire. I liked that album, and everybody hated it. I liked it.
people were just had their knives out for.
It didn't matter who it was.
Yeah, well, for anybody coming in, but also. I think Extreme was kind of done at that point, or like people were like, "Oh, we don't like them anymore. Why are you?" So it was like a double whammy of no thanks.
Is that what it was?
Agree or disagree?
I'm asking. I don't know.
I
think they had been out of
to me.
They had been out of the mix for too long at that point. People thought it was a sign of weakness. Like when Sammy Hagar came in, it was just right after David Lee Roth left, and it was like exciting of, oh, what's going to happen to this band that's on top?
Right.
They had not put out a record in.
And then they come back with this guy that people did not care for.
Yeah.
But I thought people liked Extreme. I thought they were...
I don't think they
so.
did.
No?
They just had that one.
They liked More Than
cheesy
Words, and that
hit.
was it, yeah.
I like
And people in Boston liked them because they were from Boston.
Right.
So like they had a following
Boston.
before. Yeah, Boston.
Boston.
But that was not. that didn't help. They were weird because they had a hard sound, but then they became famous for that cheesy song. So then everyone just thought they were pussies.
I like Decadence Dance. That's my favorite Extreme song. In case anybody was curious.
Let's list.
I know 2.
Let's list the Van Halen singers in order.
From my like to dislike?
No. In order of their involvement with the band. Yes, tenure with the band.
All right, go right ahead.
David Lee Roth, Sammy Hagar, David Lee Roth, Gary Cherone, Sammy Hagar, David Lee Roth. I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Was that last part when they were doing the tour with both of them?
No, they never did a tour with both of them. They did a tour together solo.
Oh.
I think that's it. I may have missed a Sammy Hagar though.
I feel like it went back and forth one more time.
Yeah,
because they came back with those.
They did Me Wise Magic after Hagar.
Yeah, and what's the one with another slice of a pizza pie? What's that one?
I want to know what it is. That sounds like my favorite song.
It's on that best of. It's one of the 2 new ones.
What are you, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Yes. Have you met me?
I can't pull the name of it.
There was Humans Being.
Well, that's Sammy.
That was from the Twister
That was Sammy,
soundtrack.
yeah. Oh, Me Wise Magic and I don't remember.
What is it called? Up for breakfast or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Do you have it on there?
Yeah, I have
Play a
it.
little bit of this junk.
Okay.
Up for breakfast?
Well, there's can't get this stuff no more.
That's it. Can't get the stuff.
Wow!
It's out of control.
I miss David Lee Roth being able to sing like that.
Pie.
That new Van Halen record.
I like some of it.
As much as I try to like it, he just can't really sing anymore.
No, he's horrible.
I miss it.
Why don't you replace him? Sounds like you got the pipes.
Oh, that's not bad.
And I never said
doing it
words.
perfectly.
I just was like, wow, wee, wow.
Well, then you'd be Vince Neil. He's horrible.
Speaking of drunk driving, killers.
Oh, boy.
Did he do that too?
Yeah, he killed the guy from Hanoi Rocks, didn't he? Wasn't it him that killed him?
That sounds like a heavy metal purge.
Now, didn't Matthew Broderick and Jennifer Grey together? Weren't they together and killed
Holding
someone?
hands?
Yeah, didn't they? Weren't they like in England and they got?
Well, he did. He for sure he did.
Oh, is she not? Was she involved in a separate hit and run?
I don't know. I know Rebecca Gayheart was.
Oh, yeah.
She was also involved in those.
Then there was that columnist, that gossip columnist that did it up in the Hamptons or something.
There was Cary Grant too. I think he did.
I think they were Cary Grant.
Cary Grant or
you think of Clark Gable?
Clark Gable. That's who I'm thinking. Of. Yeah.
Back in the days when they would just sweep that under the rug, probably
Give him a ticket.
Yeah. On your way, sir.
I was at the Hard Rock in Sioux City doing a program.
Weird brag.
Live entertainment. And they had a Michael Jackson display.
Yeah.
And one of the things was a National Enquirer, and the main story on the thing was a picture of Captain Steubing admitting to being an alcoholic for 10 years. That was considered salacious.
Oh my God!
40 years ago.
Wow.
Could you imagine? Like that wouldn't even make the fucking paper.
Like
now.
he wasn't even one now. It was like, hey,
I used to.
5 years ago, I was. Wow.
And it was the cover. It was the front page, and the Michael Jackson thing was off in the corner.
Wow.
Isn't that strange when you could be that bald and be a celebrity?
He was so bald.
Cue ball.
Yeah.
He was
and a sex symbol. Well, I guess
he had the
ball.
horseshoe.
Yeah, he didn't. Have
he had the horseshoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird when there's like old Hollywood sex. We've talked about this before. Like there were sex symbols.
He was a sex symbol too. He was. He was wearing those shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was Bernie Capel for that.
They all
matter.
had love storylines,
and we watched it.
Yeah.
And went, oh, look at Doc. He's found love this week.
Yeah. Who cares?
Who cares about Bernie Capel?
Who cares about that ugly fuck?
Do you think those guys got laid?
And
a
you
lot?
can quote me on that.
Oh God!
All right, already have. I mean, Elliot, you're homely now, so you. That's a callback.
Yeah,
that's a callback.
You're old.
Go fuck yourself.
Did those guys get laid?
Yes. You don't think Steubing would go into a tavern and get laid? He was a drunk. He was fucking everybody.
So the question is, now, did the show make him a ladies' man, or was he a ladies' man that the show just like...
I think the show made him a ladies' man.
Yeah, like if you're on a show called The Love Boat, then automatically you get tail.
And he's the captain.
That's right.
I feel like I have to ask this question. Which is your captain, Steubing or Picard? Given we're talking about bald captains.
Hang on, you feel you have to act this?
I-
The
it-
world
it-
can't
it
go
came
on.
out. It came out. Well, you're
We cannot proceed until you know who my favorite television captain is.
Bald.
Spalding.
Bald.
It's not even a choice.
Spalding.
Stubing.
Stupid.
Who's Spalding?
Spalding's a kid from Caddyshack. Stubing. I go Stubes.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess Stubing.
Stoobs.
Picard, obviously, for me.
Yeah, obviously. Garen? Who's your favorite captain of the two?
Picard, I guess.
Okay.
I don't think I've watched one episode of that show.
Never watched.
Is that Next Gen?
Next Gen. Maybe I like caught some of it in passing.
I met a lot of those people.
Why are you passing TVs?
I just was thinking
Sit down,
about.
stay a while.
I remember being in a dorm and a bunch of people were watching. And I was like, "What is that? Oh, Next Generation." I'm going to keep walking.
I was at a Best Buy.
Okay.
A lot of it.
See, pricing TVs.
You just kept moving.
Yeah.
You were on your way back to your dorm where you met your wife, right?
Wow. No.
Didn't you meet her on the first day of college?
Not the first day, but I did meet her in my freshman fall. Yeah. In the dorm. That's true.
You had that freshman 15.
Why do you know that much? Where are you getting this? You're making me uncomfortable.
We've spoken
with your
about
research.
it. I've always found that
on this very show.
I've always found that interesting that you went to college, a place where people sow their wild oats, and you immediately
You settled down.
Yeah, it is
your
weird.
first oat.
It's a weird move. Yeah. I don't think
you're like Daryl Hall settling down with your first oat.
He's gone.
He never worked with any other oats before that.
I don't believe he did.
Yeah.
What if he did?
What if when they split up, he just had
another oat?
He had auditions for other people named Oates.
It'd be great. You have to. The only prerequisite. I'll teach you how to play the sax or whatever that you need to do. But
He doesn't play the saxophone.
What the fuck does he do?
He plays
Goddamn
guitar.
bass and guitar.
He doesn't play
Sorry.
bass.
He doesn't play bass at all. He plays
No,
bass.
that's
He
not-
plays some bass.
No, they got T-Bone Walk on bass.
I would have.
Okay.
My second guess was bass.
I bet he plays bass occasionally because I feel like I saw.
Stop saying that he plays bass.
I feel like as a side thing, occasionally on a song he'll play bass.
Never, not once.
Not once.
Wow.
He has never played bass.
Says he never will. I saw an
Wouldn't even
interview.
touch him. Oh.
All right.
What is this?
It's just. I think this is just Scott and Jimmy though. There's
I
only
didn't
either he
read
did
that.
play bass or he didn't.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
Good point.
I get it. I didn't quite hear that. I don't have any money on me.
I'll put in for him. That's fine.
What? How badly you want this bet to happen?
Can I make the bet? Because I think he has played bass once.
All right, then you'll be Scott's proxy.
What are the odds?
But
like,
How are we going to
It's
find
just
this
a
out?
straight 1-to-1.
Yeah.
I assume you just look.
Garen's going to look it
Oh,
up.
do you
John
want
Oates.
to ask? Do you want to call Vegas about this?
Oh, it's John Oates?
John Oates.
What were you looking up?
Do we need?
Daryl Hall.
No, Daryl Hall. That...
Get your head in the game.
He was too busy with a brush.
Well, something on Google, John Oates bass player immediately comes up.
Uh-oh.
But then Tom Wolk comes up. Oh boy. By the way, T-Bone passed away.
Yeah, we lost him.
I did not know that.
Yeah, we lost him.
Lost
And
a lot of folks.
I assume the parameter is that whether John Oates played on a Hall & Oates
No,
song.
has ever played bass.
Has ever?
I
at
made
all?
a grand statement that he
Okay.
did.
All right. Fair enough.
What do you got?
I'm looking at pictures. I'm looking at.
His Wikipedia page makes absolutely zero reference to him playing bass.
there we go.
I want to see a picture. I feel like if you
So
Google-
far, every guitar I've looked up a Google image search of John Oates bass. Everything has had 6 strings.
That's a full guitar.
are any of them 6-string basses?
I do not have info about that.
Very unusual kind of bass. It does exist.
The 5-string is more popular, of course.
With the extra low string.
I'm willing to concede that he has never played bass.
I am not. This money will stay on the table until I find this picture.
We can get a hold of him somehow to see if he ever has.
You're going to pull some strings?
6 strings.
At least 2 of them.
All right, we're going to take a break. Scott Aukerman is here. We're going to come back. We're probably going to get to those chili dogs we've been hearing so much about, and a heck of a lot more. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the program, episode 2024. Now, listen, I can give you guys an update. Upwards of 0 people have sampled that popcorn.
Oh, no.
Looks like nobody has.
No one's even picked.
It doesn't look as if any kernel is missing. Not one piece of kernel is gone from the box of popcorn we put out there. Maybe because it's in a battery box. Maybe that's what's hurting it out there.
Well,
Right? It's not a bowl.
What
Although
were
he-
our options? We didn't have any
He
other.
dressed it up nicely. I think he did a nice job.
I agree.
I wonder if you put, the kernel. You were speaking of the kernel.
Yeah.
The kernels. Yeah, Colonel Sanders 7 herbs and spices. If you put that on popcorn, would it be good?
Boy, oh boy, it would either be the greatest or worst thing in the world.
I wonder if it
There's
would be
no in
good.
between.
They should do that.
I mean, they've put. I mean, the recipe it's secret, but it's out there.
People, you can find it on the dark web.
You can find it, yeah, on the dark web.
Sure. Is that what you're looking for?
Exclusively on the dark web.
Do we need his microphone to be adjusted differently than what it is? Or
I can
Why?
see his
You're
face,
okay
and
with
it's
that?
not in Matt's face.
Okay.
So
Fine. All right.
I'm good.
Is this all right?
I guess it is.
Can you see him the way you would like to?
I'm fine, yeah.
Okay.
What if you deep fried the popcorn?
I would not care for that.
Okay.
I don't think I would care.
Has anyone ever tried to deep fry popcorn?
That's a great question.
I bet they do.
Aaron,
at county
go
fairs.
get the deep fryer.
What would happen if you put the unpopped kernel in a deep fryer?
Oh, Jesus, that might be dangerous.
What would happen? Yeah,
Like
it probably
Bangkok.
would shoot out at you
Yeah.
and burn you.
It'd be like a firework of some sort.
Oh, boy. Let's not do that.
Wait, are we talking about things we might do?
I'm in.
But if it's already popped and you drop it in there to fry it, that might be good.
Once you drop, then you pop.
You can't stop.
There are some gross things that have been deep fried at county fairs. So
Okay.
I would think popcorn.
Like a stick of butter.
I've never seen I've seen a piece of bacon. I had a chocolate bacon thing once that was the grossest thing I've ever had at a state fair. They all were raving about it. Back to that bacon nonsense, apparently.
I've done the Oreo, and I think I did a Twinkie.
The Oreo was okay. Twinkie's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, well, those are delicious anyway.
Right. It doesn't. You can't really mess those up.
Right.
You're
Don't you
combining
want
two flavors.
Do you want it to be savory though? Do you want the thing that you deep fry to be savory? I don't know.
Not anymore.
You want it to be sweet.
Well, I
weird statement. Not anymore.
You get it sweet and savory.
I'm
though.
saying I used to feel that way, but once you taste a deep fried Oreo, you realize that's good too.
So it's a combo of savory and sweet.
Yeah, it
when you
works.
fry
It works. It's like salted caramel.
Like
or
I
whatever.
catch a little corn.
Yeah. It's all you can't go wrong.
It's got to have the right balance. I believe our friend Mike Schmidt told us about that for 7 hours on the show once. How to have the right balance of sweet and savory on
yeah.
kettle corn.
I don't remember that, but that sounds like.
Well,
right.
you not remembering it on the show doesn't help us. It could have been
anything.
discussed 4 minutes ago. We wouldn't remember it.
That's true.
Let's talk about what we talked about 4 minutes ago.
Let's talk about what we talked 4 minutes ago. Let's talk about.
Can you remember, Matt?
Yeah, Tribe Called Quest.
No, that was a long time ago.
Oh.
4 minutes ago, we were off the air. I think we were talking about
on the air.
Oh, on the air. No, I don't. I'm never going to remember.
Release the Hounds.
Yeah, that was.
Garen, so I told you to watch it. I said gave you the recommendation to watch it, as I did all the listeners. Have you've watched how many?
I watched 7.
You watched 7. So do you love it or like it or you're okay with it?
Did you binge watch this?
Oh my God!
I love it. It's great.
You love it. It's great, right?
Yeah, it's really good.
A lot of fun.
Love the host.
I like him. What's Reggie?
Yeah, Reggie Yates.
Wait, Reggie?
Reggie Yates.
Oh, okay.
Reggie.
No, it's Reggie Watts, your old friend.
Yeah.
He went to that
He went
from
to
my
that.
show?
Oh,
Didn't he tell you that's where he was going?
Weird. All right.
All right. And you
Do
brought,
they ever bite, injure the people?
You don't see that far into it, and I can't find any information online about
You don't see that far into
Oh,
it.
they
What do you
keep it
mean?
a secret, kind of. They make it seem
They
like
make it
it's
seem
bad.
like the dog kills the person.
Yeah, kills them.
Yes.
So it's kind of fun. It once the dogs actually get the person, they cut away.
Reggie looks at the camera and goes, "Oh my, we won't be hearing much from him again." Yeah.
So it's all treated like this is real, like everything is happening.
Yes,
is really happening.
because everything else is they're opening up hearts, animal hearts, to find the key. It's crazy.
It sounds really gross.
I like it. I like it. It must be done here in the States.
Garen, is
It
You
just
want to
must.
host this?
Damn right I do.
Yeah.
Just so I can do this. Oh my. We won't be hearing from him again.
Wait, do that again, Jimmy.
Oh my. We won't be hearing from him again. I think it helped that my stomach made a noise at the very end.
if
there.
you were going to audition for that job,
I don't audition. That's offer only for that job.
Yeah.
Or I walk away.
let's pretend they're like we just.
How far do you walk?
to my car, then go, what did I just do? Then go back and go, all right, I'll read.
But let's just say they're like we're 99% we white, but come on in. We just want to get you.
Yeah,
on
we can do
camera.
a screen test. I get it.
Right. Would you try it once? I'm not saying do it all together, but would you at least try it once as the blind actor or actor playing a blind character?
I think I would.
I'd like to see a blind guy host that show.
I've heard about this.
Okay, give Scott a little taste.
I can't do it on demand.
That's going to be a problem for this audition.
Yeah, I know. He showed up at the concert last night, though.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Saw
Yeah,
the
he was
pictures.
there.
Yeah. Who did he like the best?
He thought Fleetwood Mac sounded the best.
Yeah.
And his sense of hearing is heightened.
It's heightened because he can't see it. And then Earth, Wind & Fire, he likes second best.
I would think he would like that because of the vibrations.
He enjoys it. I thought, oh God, there was way too much bass.
Really, was there?
For Earth, Wind & Fire, there really was.
That sounds like the opposite of John Oates.
Earth, Wind & Fire, as a reminder. Now, guys, let's get out there. Remember, no treble.
Well, ever since Meghan Trainor joined the
It's
band.
that Verdine White on bass. Boy, he's up there. He dances around. He's great. Great bassist. But because he's the star of the show, basically,
they mix
the
him.
bass is mixed higher sometimes than the vocal. It's like, geez, dudes.
Yeah.
I like it. Did you give anyone that note?
I did. I said, fellas. And they didn't hear me because there was 50,000 people there from the loge. 50,000. It was jammed. Dodger Stadium.
So this is a big money-making thing for them.
They're doing 2 weekends.
Is the same acts in
the
New York?
same exact lineup,
They're
same
not getting
nights
anything
and everything.
special over there?
Same nights.
No, they're excited to have it.
Okay.
One's a Saturday, one's a Sunday. The premise you're supposed to go for both nights.
Right.
But they're not letting you sleep over.
Do they offer single tickets though for single
Yes, they
nights?
do. That's what we did.
Then why would anyone? I guess they're both sold out.
I don't think they initially offered single tickets.
I see. They
think
did it for both. I can't see. Here's my problem. I can't see going to Dodger Stadium 2 days in a row.
I don't disagree with that at all.
That is a real. I just went. It was great. I saw a game, the crack of the bat, aforementioned. But I can't see the next day going, I really want to get back to that Dodger Stadium. Now, for Prince, when I went to the Great Western Forum, is that what it was called?
Yes.
I would go several nights in a row and I figured out a way to get in there. It was easy peasy in and out.
That's the problem. Last night took us an hour from the car to home.
No thanks.
And
they haven't figured out or they're working with what real estate they have, how to get people in and out of Dodger Stadium.
Nope.
They didn't have that bus going?
Yeah, is there off-site parking with shuttle?
Oh, yeah, they have that going. But
right, down at
you take that to Union Station.
Right, yeah.
It seems like they need a big thing that can transport a lot of people, like a spaceship the size of Dodger Stadium.
Oh, just to lift up and then go elsewhere?
And then drop everyone off at their houses.
It would be the only, because it's horrible. That's the...
It's really bad. For Beyonce, it was the worst it's ever been. I mean, just getting out of the stadium took an hour.
Yeah.
It was jammed. It was yeah.
Well, we were very lucky yesterday where we even said, like every step of the way, it was like, boy, we're getting out of here fast. And then it was like, oh, we're getting out of this part fast. And then eventually it was like, hey, this isn't going fast at all. It was like, we kept thinking we were making up great time, but it turns out we were not.
I saw a little live music this weekend.
Who'd you see?
Not on purpose, but I went to one of those outdoor movie things.
Oh, you saw The Sandlot.
Yes, you
I did
did.
see The Sandlot.
And you were not happy with it.
I don't care about The Sandlot.
You crushed a lot of kids' childhoods with your tweets.
What is the deal with it? I've never seen The Sandlot.
That's the thing.
It's horrible.
It's one of those movies that a certain age group is like. They love it. It's
I
like
think
this
when
precious
people
thing.
see their experience on the screen, even if it's not a great movie, people respond to it. Like, I mean...
Here's the weird part about that, though. I never knew what The Sandlot was either, but I assumed that it was a present-day movie. It takes place in, like, the early 60s. So why did kids...
It's a timepiece? It's a time...
Yeah. So why did kids in the early 90s respond to it?
Maybe there's something about it that was resonant with their lives.
Wait, Garen, you're younger. You're just a tad younger.
Yeah, you're the age group that loves this movie. Do you understand it, or do you...
I am not a fan of that film.
Okay.
Trying to watch it.
Did you see it as a kid?
I don't remember if I saw it as a kid.
That's your Killing Me Smalls, right? Isn't that
Yeah. Now, Ryan told me his girlfriend grew up in California, and she said that when she was in school, when there were days where it was too hot to go outside, they would for gym, they would just put that movie on, and so she saw it like 50 times.
It's like exercising.
Yeah, it's so weird to watch other people
to tolerate
run around.
that movie.
But like, so she was like, she thinks of it fondly because she was forced to watch it dozens of times.
Right,
as a
so she
kid.
knows it inside and out.
Right.
Much
So-
like Ryan's butthole.
No, I don't like that word. We've talked about it earlier today. I do not care for that word. I don't dislike that word.
When I watch Bad News Bears, the original,
yes,
I mean that is my childhood.
Right.
Like every frame of that reminds me of growing up in the 70s.
But that's a great movie too. Though.
It's also a great movie, but you know what I mean? Like I can watch it not caring about it being a great movie and just reminiscing about, oh, that looks a lot like the street I grew up in, or that looks a lot like the baseball field that I played on, and so
and that speaks to breaking away for me because to me that's
right.
That's the real question. If you watch a movie enough times, does it not even matter if it's good or bad? You just assimilate to whatever.
I guess
the
if you
thing
watch
is.
enough, if you watch a movie enough when you're young
Right.
too, like Home Alone, for instance,
yeah.
I was too old for it. I watched it again recently. I don't care.
Right.
It's fine or whatever. But people, when you watch a movie over and over again when you're 8 or whatever, you're fond of it regardless of if it's a good movie.
And I know, like, someone threw that back at me on Twitter. They were like,
"What an asshole!"
I feel about that the way you feel about Trading Places. I'm like, well, but Trading Places is awesome. Like, I don't know, but maybe that's just me. Is it just me?
It's not good.
Trading Places is not.
What?
A millennial watching Trading Places would cringe through the entire movie.
Well, because it's homophobic and kind of racist, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's what you like.
Which explains why you love it.
I'm a white American man. What the fuck is wrong with that?
You get together with your other white American men friends.
Yeah,
and
this
you
is
watch
what we
it.
like. We enjoy that.
I watch Trading Places at church. Occasionally, we would get to watch movies that are like
There's tits in it.
Yeah, I had to go to church 3 times a week: Sunday morning, Sunday night, and Wednesday night. And for the Wednesday night, occasionally, if there was nothing going on, they would say, you know what, we're just going to watch a movie tonight. And when I was 15, we watched Trading Places on video, and it was like a big scandal. The person in charge of us got
as well they should. I mean, it's not. It's
look
church.
at Mr. Prudy over here.
Well, for the church.
There's multiple tit shots.
I didn't meet my wife at the first day of church.
All I'm saying is, it was crazy. I saw it when I was like probably 10, and it was weird that my parents were letting me watch it, but I had to watch it with them, so that was uncomfortable too. Like, there's Jamie Lee Curtis's.
And was your mom like checking your penis to see if you got an erection?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, there was a sensor attached.
Slapping your penis if it got too hard.
Put that away.
I don't accept that Trading Places doesn't hold up. I'm sorry, I just don't accept it.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
I don't accept that.
Can't
There's
possibly.
there's little funny parts, but man, that train stuff. I don't know. I don't want to get I don't want to get into film criticism.
I'll say this about it, as opposed to the Sandlot. It has a plot. Like it's.
Well, is the Sandlot where the ball goes over the fence? Is that the movie I'm thinking
There's
of?
the big
And they're
dog.
afraid, and the big dog turns out not to be a big dog.
Right, which
Right,
is
they build it up in their
basically
head.
exactly what happens in like 5 minutes of Stand By Me. But Stand By Me also has a plot outside of there's a dog behind a fence. Like, that's the entire Sandlot.
I don't still think we're the right. I mean, I really believe it's that age group. Because I remember seeing it at the movie theater and going, I don't understand why I was told to see this.
Right. Well, it's like, Full House or whatever.
Funny. Love it. Coolie's got that catchphrase.
No, I mean, for people younger than us,
I know.
They adore. Like, Kulap watches the Fuller House stuff on Netflix just as comfort food because it was around when she was growing up.
Look at this face.
What?
Scared. Oliver likes it, though. He likes Fuller House. He thinks it's funny.
Well, he's a little...
He's 9.
9-year-old is what I was going to say.
I don't know what you were going to say. What happened? You zoned out.
I'm reeling from the fact that you guys are saying Trading Places isn't good.
But you just on Twitter told people they were wrong about the Sandlot, and the response was, "Hey, this is my Trading
But
Places."
if you go back and look at reviews of Trading Places, I'm sure they would say this is a good movie. At least at the time, people were like, "This is a good movie."
I bet you the Sandlot got good reviews too.
No way. No.
Garen, look it up.
There's no way this is. Yeah, I want to know what the Rotten Tomatoes.
What do you think it is? You want to bet?
Yeah, I don't know how I don't know how Rotten Tomatoes works with old movies though. Like, what do they do?
Yeah, do they just take the old reviews, or do they take then
viewer-
new?
Like, right?
You want in on this?
So I don't
have any money.
You're
are
so
you in on this,
busy
Garen?
worrying about Fleetwood Mac's payday. You're not worrying about your own wallet.
I got to take care of Christine and Lindsay.
I'm going to say it gets 81%.
You think Sandlot has 81% on Rotten Tomatoes?
That's too high.
You think so?
That's
I think
crazy.
any old movie is going to top out at, unless it's a Stone Cold classic.
Are you in on this or not? I'll put in for you.
You've seen it. You've seen it?
See what?
Sandlot.
Yeah.
Sounds like you know it. You know about the dog.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 67.
Are you in, Elliot?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
All right, Scott, will you be kind enough to pick that up? And are you in, Garen?
I'm going to say... oh, that's right. Right next to your chair there. I'm going to say... And I'm basing this on what I think if it's just reviews from the release, like in the era that the movie came out. And I don't know how that if it works like that.
We're not
doing that. We're saying current.
Whatever the number
But there wouldn't
is.
be there would
Using whatever you know about Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Which it seems
I'm
like
still
is
gonna
not
say,
a lot.
because I still don't think there would be new reviews of it. We're not talking about the fan reviews. We're talking about the.
We're talking about whatever
number Rotten Tomatoes
52.
gives it.
52.
You think it's that low?
52. And I think that's generous.
What are the numbers so far?
I have 67.
Right.
You
52.
have 81.
I went to 81.
I'm upping mine to 69.
Up top, my brother.
All right. And you're anyone? I'm going to go 75. Does that cut anybody off at the knees? Is that all
No.
right?
Mine was going to be 73.
Oh, so I guess it does. Yeah, it cuts his off at the knees, which he's on because it's in a bathhouse.
You got to do something. I'll go back to 67 just to separate myself from. I'm going to go back to 67 to separate myself from Elliot.
Okay.
At 75.
It seems like you feel like you can just move around wherever you want to go. Right?
You pick a number, you lock in.
So I'll go back to the first one I picked.
Pick and lock.
67.
Got it.
I'm going to go 71.
71. Oh, so it doesn't matter. He cuts him off anyway.
A jerk.
Yeah. All right. What do you got? It better have an answer, by the way. If we wasted all this time.
Well, they definitely have.
This is air popper.
Scores.
How do you know nothing about Rotten Tomatoes?
I know that old movies
and yet
have
you're
scores.
saying they definitely have.
Because I've seen Rotten Tomatoes scores for old movies, and I always wondered how did they calculate that?
I want to know what Trading Spaces is too. Damn it! Every fucking time.
Places.
I can't say it right.
I know
ever.
it's tough because we were big Trading Spaces
We loved
fans.
it. You, me, Kulop, Danielle.
Serious question. Do you guys like Trading Spaces better than Trading Places?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm right.
That's insane.
Especially when they use the F word the way when Paige Davis comes in and goes, "What would you guys? A couple of Fs?"
I think we loved Eddie Murphy so much at the time.
It was the most.
He was
Eddie
the
Murphy.
funniest person
Yes.
in the world. I would go to school and kids would constantly be talking about, did you see SNL last night? I
Right.
was not allowed to watch it. Eddie Murphy. That was all anyone wanted to talk about. And so when an Eddie Murphy movie came out, people would repeat the lines over and over and over again. Watch it again. I don't think it's as bad.
Here's the thing. I acknowledge that his stand-up doesn't age well, but that movie somehow I feel like I don't know. I think it works.
I think he has better movies.
Example.
I would say Coming to America is great.
You think that one holds up?
I like Coming to America.
Coming to America, I think still holds up.
I like them both,
48
but-
Hours, I bet still holds up.
What about Beverly Hills Cop?
Oh, I see some clips.
It's not a great plot. I bet it doesn't hold up.
It's a little more. It's got that Simpson Bruckheimer like action element. That's like it's not. Sometimes it just stops being a comedy and it's just people shooting.
Yeah, it's just people shooting each other, and I bet the comedy is not as funny. Like I think
agree.
the comedy in 48 Hours is still funny because it's just him kind of off the chain and cursing a lot.
Well, in both that and Trading Places, it's the most most Eddie Murphy stand-up persona that you get in a movie.
Yeah.
That got whittled away as he went along, I think.
Yeah.
So like that's why I like Trading Places, because it's like the Eddie Murphy I love, but in a story that I think.
Why are you leaving out Bowfinger? That's one of the.
I love Bowfinger.
I do too.
It's good, yeah.
But
He's so
you
funny
wouldn't
in
use that one like in this conversation. Of,
Not because it's like that was after he had like hit rock bottom and kind of come back randomly.
All right, what do we got?
All right, here we go. This is for
Sandlot.
the Sandlot Rotten Tomatoes score.
Critics' consensus.
That's what we're looking for.
Let me read this.
Let me
It
just-
may be shamelessly derivative and overly nostalgic, but The Sandlot is nevertheless a genuinely sweet and funny
I'm about
coming-of-age
to win.
adventure.
I'm about to win.
45 reviews counted. 26 fresh, 19 rotten.
That sounds like
Well, that sounds like 50.
54,
57?
72, 62.
That's a 58%.
Who had that?
I had 52.
Oh, God.
Was anyone close on the other side?
67 is what I had.
No, you win.
But still,
That review made it sound more
It
optimistic.
did
didn't
seem
it?
like it was going higher.
and also you were saying to be generous because I think you were trying to get your.
I was trying to
you were-
win.
You were trying to win and get yourself all the way up to. If you would guess what you really wanted.
What I really wanted to say
it would have
was
been 30 or something.
12.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, now go to Trading Places. Here we go.
You want to bet again?
Oh, yeah, of course I do.
All right. Trading
This
Places.
is reviews at the time, though. Or is it-
I think
You got to put in for me here. Oh, no, I got money.
I'll put in for Scott because I know he's.
Yeah, Scott, for some-
Trading Places, I bet.
Why is that sticking?
I bet.
Whoa.
I bet it is
Hey.
pretty high. Although I bet every critic talks about how the end is terrible. So I'm going to say it's at. But this is just positive or negative in the average of that. So I would say. I'm going to say 72.
That's my number.
I'm going to say. I'm going to say
This is
88.
Gripping.
88.
That's how many miles an hour it
That's right.
takes to.
You're going to see some
go
serious
to the
shit when he
future.
tells us what this.
You're going 88.
And I think that's low, honestly.
What? Just guess what you're going to guess.
No, I'm trying. I'm playing to win. All right, 92.
What are you going?
Wait,
Pick a lock.
I'm going 88.
I'm using the same rules.
No one's going to go as high as me anyway. But
Actually, I just realized that that I was confusing that movie with the movie with was it Judge Reinhold in blackface? with that one.
You're thinking of Soul Man?
Yes.
No, that's
C. Tommy Howell.
Oh, is that C. Thomas?
Oh, what was the one where Judge Reinhold was in blackface?
Wasn't that, affirmative action or something like that?
You're confusing Eddie Murphy for Judge Reinhold in blackface.
No, I'm confusing Dan Aykroyd for Judge Reinhold in blackface.
Oh no, yeah, guys. Dan Aykroyd is in blackface in Trading Places. And nothing wrong with that, right, guys?
Wait, he is?
He dresses up as a Rasta, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
Oh no. You're still going with 88?
Yeah, I'm going with 88.
Yeah. Not Dr. Detroit.
So I'm actually,
he met his wife on the set of that.
He had some very cool things to say about the new Ghostbusters. I don't know if you read them.
Did he? What did he say?
Very cool things about the director, Paul Feig.
Oh, did he say some negatives? I didn't see any of it.
He seems like a very cool guy.
Oh dear.
Oh boy. I enjoy the new Ghostbusters.
I'm
on record saying that.
all right. I had forgotten about Dan Aykroyd in blackface and Trading
I don't know how
Places,
that affects your voting.
Well, no. I was going to say 95, but because I didn't think
You were going to say 95 for the movie where Judge Reinhold is in blackface?
No. I was talking down the movie more.
I was going to say 98 for that movie, but for this one,
I was talking down for it more because I thought that's what it was. That's why I was saying it wouldn't hold up. And then I didn't remember that Dan Aykroyd was in blackface in Trading Places. So I will go back to what I originally was probably going to say. Is I'm going to say 59.
59. That's What are you going to go with, Garen?
80.
All right,
80.
72.
72. Boy, I was going to say 72.
We got 72, we got 80, 59, and then
88.
88.
Remember, this is the 80s, so blackface was not a problem.
No.
Yeah.
It was also.
I'll go with my same 81 that I went with.
81, so you are.
That's nice.
What were you?
Garen gets completely
Garen?
shifted.
Although you have between 72 and. Because you can go lower, right?
Sure.
It's just whoever is closest.
Yeah,
it's not
right,
Price is
right.
Right. Okay, got it. You motherfucker. 81?
Is it 82?
It's 86.
Wait, that's Matt Belknap. Jesus
Belknap.
Christ.
Wait, you wouldn't have had it anyway.
Yeah.
That's true.
Guys, it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
You don't ever win like this. What's going on
I won
today?
twice last week, too.
You did?
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
With
I don't
Julian?
remember. I don't remember what we talked about 4 minutes ago.
I don't remember what I was winning on, but we bet twice with Julian, and I won both of those.
Unbelievable.
I'm on a streak right now.
Yeah, you're 4 for 4.
Hot. I'm on fire. From downtown. Boom shakalaka.
Oh, wow. We're getting them all today. Touch them all. Jeez. You can't ever laugh genuinely on this show, can you?
I laugh all the time. I love it.
We were crying last week. We had Tom Arnold in here telling us about how he physically abused his own family.
Yeah, I'm sorry I can't be as funny as Tom Arnold.
Well, thank you. You're right to apologize, and I thank you for saying it.
Well, the upside is you'll be back.
Oh.
So with you'll be on again eventually. Not every year. God, not every year. We would die.
I like someone on Twitter said, or someone somewhere was like, "Hey, great episode, but will you please let Tom talk?" It was just like you literally did not stop for 90 minutes.
Interesting.
Like even when he kept going.
But he told it's worth hearing him talk about his brother.
Oh God!
Because even Danielle was like, who would treat a person that way?
Who's his brother? Arnold from Different Strokes?
Believe it or not, it is.
Arnold.
Yeah. What are you talking
And you
about?
know his other brother, right? He's done movies with him, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Can't shut up about how good friends they are.
I never put that together before.
Yeah, they're brothers.
That's why
Arnold and Arnold.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's their bond.
They were together in what? Red Heat? Is that,
True Lies.
I always say Red Heat every time. That's
it?
Jim Belushi.
I wonder how True Lies holds up.
That's a great question because
there are some dodgy politics, representation of Middle Eastern people, and sexual politics.
And the scene where she seduces him.
Yeah.
That would probably not play today.
Why? Can I ask you why?
It's pretty misogynistic.
She's in a pretty, it's not a good situation that she's put in.
She's objectified. She's horribly objectified.
Oh, sorry.
In that,
I don't remember it.
Yeah, I mean, and by the way,
I've never seen it.
Oh, there's also like effects that I think at the time seemed really cool, but now probably look kind of crappy.
Do you mean SFX?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yes, special effects. Yeah. It was at the time it seemed like every Jim Cameron movie was like, oh my god, that was cool looking, and I feel like I've seen some of that like on TV, and I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm. I do remember the very end. He's on a rocket the bad guy has a rocket.
Yes, he gets shot.
No, the bad guy's on a rocket.
Or he's like strapped to it or something.
And Arnold says, "You're fired." Yeah. And then we always thought it would be funny if the guy goes, "You can't fire me, I quit." And then Arnold was like, "Damn, what do I do now?"
They should make another. They should reboot that.
Do you think Donald Trump stole his famous "You're fired" line from that movie?
Could have.
Force they should sue him.
Do you think? And this is a serious question.
I'm listening.
Okay, and I almost want to do a Twitter thread about this, but here we go.
Okay,
Thread.
Here we go.
Hashtag thread.
Hashtag thread. Donald Trump. We don't know the evidence at this point, but we do know it's looking a little bit like there could have been some collusion.
I don't know what you're talking about. What's going on?
Do you think that if the evidence, this is all purely hypothetical, if the evidence comes out that he colluded with Russia and he actually committed treason and sent them information and top secret confidential information in exchange for winning an election, and he were to get the electric chair, would it be funny if someone said, "You're fried," right before they threw the switch?
I'm gonna say no. It's like a little.
Do you think it would be funny, like for them to be like, "Hey, this is like a little wink to you. This is like a little tribute to your body of work." Just like a little wink to him, as they said.
I say yes. Do it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a
I think
little
it's an
bit.
homage.
And do you think if the person decided to do that, whoever did it decided to do that and didn't tell anyone, what do you think the reaction would be? And do you think that people would be like, I mean, we didn't know it was going to happen. He kind of went off the reservation there a little bit, but it's funny. Or do you think people would say it was inappropriate?
The reaction will be either way, whether he says it or doesn't say it. The reaction will be a civil war. If all this happens, there will be a civil war. But
interesting.
I'm going to say the line.
I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on
this line.
Ironically, I think it's a bit of a hat on a hat, honestly, because it's
What's the hat? What's the original hat?
The hat is "you're fired," and then you're saying "you're fried." It's like you're reworking "fired." It's a little bit.
But the hat does not exist. You wouldn't put on a hat. No one would say "you're fired" right before you. Threw the switch on an electric chair.
What if it's a firing squad?
That's the hat. That's the original hat. So if someone were to say "you're fried" at a firing squad, that's a hat on a hat.
It's just confusing. I think either way it's confusing because this way it's confusing because
the way I said it is confusing.
Because wouldn't Donald Trump be like, "But my line was you're fired, not you're oh god now I'm dead." Like he would be dying just with.
He's probably going to get lethal injection anyway.
Although there's been problems with that.
I don't think they're going to kill him, guys.
What?
I don't think that's going to happen. No. I think he'll just go to prison.
Oh.
I don't know.
Depending on the evidence. Depending on the
Would
evidence.
it be crazy if an American president were put to death? That would be amazing. That would be so crazy.
I'm not on board with this anymore. This was a purely hypothetical.
I'm not saying I'm
the
doing
views
it.
of Matt Belknap do not.
I have nothing to do with it. I'm just saying
Pardo.
that would be a moment to remember, you guys.
Honestly, it's why the Nixon thing happened the way it happened, of him quitting and then getting pardoned.
You think that was a deal? Like someone said, "We are impeaching you."
Yes, he said. They said, he's not going to do any time, and his point was, getting the pardon is admitting I did it, and so that's bad enough.
Okay.
So anyway, but that's why that stuff happens.
Right.
Like I wouldn't think any of this will happen.
But Trump is so stubborn. I could see him being like, I'm just not going to resign.
Yeah, that's good.
And then like, okay, well then we're going to.
Well, he tweeted out today that nonsense about any politician would have taken this meeting when hundreds have said we would never take that meeting.
Right. Yeah. It's just politics.
Which I also love that argument. It's just politics, whereas last week it was like, we're new to politics. We don't understand it.
Right.
This is just politics. Like
you were supposed to be the antidote to politics. I thought you were draining this
Man, I just brought something up to be funny. And now we're...
Well,
once it went hat on hats, I don't know what's
obviously
happening anymore.
But to
do
be
you
fair,
think if he were to
funnier
wear
than killing the president? That's what you said. That's your.
Do you think
point?
if you were to wear a hat and then a hat on top of that hat?
That actually is, ironically, that is funny.
I've never. Okay, so he's worn the MAGA hat,
right? Oh, if you put the
if
white
he put
one.
another one on top of that,
Yeah,
that's kind of funny.
Like a cowboy hat to say like I'm the there's a new sheriff in town.
And he was like looking at everyone like, you get it. This is a reference to a hat on a hat. And we all went, okay, I don't really like you all that much, but this is funny.
That'd be a good one. I would say that would.
Yeah.
I would kind of like him a little more.
I'd like him a little more.
You know what I liked him in the last couple of weeks, just for a second?
Yeah.
Is when he wandered away from the limo, and then when they pointed out where to go, and he goes,
That's just
he gives a little point
double
like,
guns.
oh, right here.
that's just dementia.
But
there's something charming about
the way
dementia.
that he pointed was so like, this area then?
I have to say, the one thing that I've kind of went, all right, is when his Convifi tweet afterwards where he's like, who knows the mysteries of Convifi? Enjoy! I was like, all right. I'll give you that.
That was kind of fun. I wish he had put a gif of like an Italian chef going like this.
Convifi!
Would really top that off.
Yeah,
there was I can't think of it now, but there was one thing different than those two that I went, oh, I do. That's a kind of a...
Yeah, I know, right?
What it
really
was
coming
now.
around on him.
You know what? He's not so bad.
You know what? He's going to make this country great again. Yeah.
He already is.
It was good seeing him up in the booth at the golf tournament over the weekend.
Oh, it was great to see him up there. Were you watching the golf tournament?
Yeah, which I love.
Yeah, you
love
like to watch the late... Yeah?
I love it.
Do they wear skirts or do they wear pants?
They wear skirt or pant.
What about a short?
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're all three.
All three. The gentlemen are only allowed to wear slacks. Ladies can wear whatever
Shouldn't
they want.
have to wear slacks?
Who's that?
The ladies.
I think
if the men, I'm not saying this is like a reverse sexism thing. I'm just saying, why can't a guy wear shorts?
I don't know the answer to that. I do not know. And there's a lot of controversy about it.
Should the guys be allowed to wear shorts, or should the women have to wear pants?
I think the guys should be able to wear shorts.
Yeah.
What about the guys wearing skirts?
What if they
want?
If that's what they want to wear, why not?
Yeah.
Right. Kill.
I think it's a weird, antiquated rule that the gentlemen have to wear slacks.
I swear, maybe this was not an official tournament, but wasn't there like one of those young guys? Wasn't he wearing shorts sometimes? Like one of those.
Maybe during a practice round.
Maybe,
but never during a tournament. No, sir.
Right. And do you think it's easier to golf wearing shorts?
Boy, that's interesting. I don't think there's a difference.
There's no difference.
I mean, maybe you feel a little restricted in pants, but you wear.
Or maybe it's cooler as well on a hot day.
That's what that's the complaint is. Like, hey, it's 100 degrees out. There was a long time they wouldn't even let the caddy wear shorts, and then eventually they said they're carrying this fucking bag around, wearing these bibs with their name on it. Let them wear shorts. They've changed that, but not the golfer.
What about a tank top?
Oh no, that'd be inappropriate.
Like a big dog T-shirt.
Oh, that'd be okay then. But to see our president up there, awful. They would show those nice ladies. Then there's that jerk up there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Looking down.
I only saw the photo of it. Like, what was the telecast? How'd they handle it on the telecast? Broadcast.
Well, everybody from
from coast to coast,
city to city. The one time that it got weird was Joe Buck, who I do not like broadcasting golf at all.
Joe Buck, by the way, he reverses his sentence structure all the time, where he says the back half of the sentence first and then figures out a way. He's like, ground hit down the middle is what happened when the person batted, you know?
I don't like that.
Yeah, he's I don't dislike him as a baseball announcer. A lot of hate him. I mean, he's hated. But
I guess when you have that wide of a platform.
He doesn't know golf. That's the other problem. He's just because Fox is doing golf for the first time the last 2 years, and they're not good at it.
Right, yeah.
And he's not good at it. But all he was doing was stating fact. He said they showed the president up there for the 4,000th time, which, by the way, the president's at a golf tournament, even though it's his golf course, it's
noteworthy.
It's newsworthy.
Yes, there's the president. There he is. Now, it doesn't, we having the tournament here did not, I'm paraphrasing, did not go without controversy. The people wanted them to pull out and go to a different course, but they stayed here. And there were some peaceful protests over it, but the tournament's gone off without a hitch, and it's great. And Paul Azinger goes, well, I don't know any president has been protested. Let's get back to golf. And it's like, whoa, he wasn't politicizing this at all.
He's just stating what happened.
As a newsman.
Yeah.
And Twitter was like, good for Paul Azinger to get Joe Buck back on point. This wasn't about politics. Like,
what?
It wasn't. He didn't say anything. He just was pointing out the obvious. Or not the obvious, just the truth. It was very strange. And it was uncomfortable.
Right.
For a while. Then Judy Inkster tries to fix it by,
are those two like a team?
Yeah, they're...
Do they do other sports together, or is this it?
This is it.
Oh, okay, so
this is it.
I wonder.
And Azinger's a big Trump supporter.
So I wonder who gets fired in this situation. Like, does Fox like Joe Buck so much that they go?
Oh, I think Azinger's gone.
Azinger's gone. Yeah. Will they ever do a telecast together again?
That's a great question. I don't know if they're going to do another telecast.
What about simulcast?
I was listening to it on radio, so maybe.
Now, but they won't. But Fox is Azinger was supporting Trump, and so Fox is that's. They like Trump.
Ish.
But I know there's some separation
Fox,
between Fox News and Fox Sports, but like still.
I don't know. My point was, it wasn't political.
Yeah,
and he made it one.
Yeah.
And then there's Julie Inkster, a woman who's sitting there, understands why there was protesting,
Right.
and she's kind of like trying to, fellas, golf's, trying to make it.
Right.
It was really,
Well,
really
this guy is awful for women and everyone else.
Correct.
So
I guess he
there's a
threatened to
reason
sue
why.
if they were going to pull out, which.
Oh, cool. Very cool dude. Very cool.
He's
dude.
really chill.
He reminds me of that.
Who's that?
That Dan Aykroyd guy talking about Paul Feig. Just very cool.
You talking about the doctor?
Yeah. Dr. Detroit.
Did you like that movie?
I never saw it.
Me neither.
Weirdly, I was reading its Wikipedia page just last night.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's
like you're on a real Aykroyd tear.
No, it wasn't about Aykroyd. It was purely about the soundtrack. I saw a song and saw, that was on the Dr. Detroit soundtrack. Oh, I wonder what else was on it. And then I looked up. It doesn't have a separate page, Wikipedia page, just for the soundtrack. It had it on the actual films. So then I read. I was like, I may as well read about this film, which I never saw.
What was the premise? He had an alter ego.
That's what okay. So this is what I started reading and going, what is the premise? I wonder if it could be remade. I think he's a professor who is pretending to be a spy. That I don't even know. I got like 2 sentences in going, you wouldn't have to get the rights to Dr. Detroit to make something this dumb. Just like write something stupid.
What was there? I remember that soundtrack being a dud.
Well, Devo was on it. I think that's what I was looking up, maybe. But I think there was one other song that was good. But yeah, it was a dud because it all seemed like, when a soundtrack has like 4 songs by one artist, it's like just.
But wasn't there a big hit on it?
I don't know if there was.
I feel like there was one.
But it might be like the Breakfast Club where there's the one big.
No,
hit,
there's not
filler.
not a huge hit on it. It is.
Was it on Motown?
Let's run it down.
What label was it on?
MCA.
Yeah.
Backstreet, MCA, and WEA.
Yeah.
Here we have Theme from Dr. Detroit by Devo.
That was the hit.
Hold Him by Patty Brooks and the aforementioned Aykroyd himself, one of the Blues Brothers. Oh, James Brown, King of Soul. That was something that was on it that no one. Yeah. Okay, then you have Yo Skridlow by T.K. Carter and Dan Aykroyd.
T.K. Carter's the actor. He's the guy that was also in Revenge of the Nerds, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. And then Working Girls with Patty Brooks and Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd's a little too overrepresented on this soundtrack, I would say.
Is it a musical?
Get Up Off of That Thing / Dr. Detroit, James Brown. Then Love Love by Devo. Then a couple of Patty Brooks songs. I don't know. Not a lot of breadth to this record. It's a stinkeroo.
But you remember James Brown's Dr. Detroit, where it's like, I think they go, and Doctor, like some horrible.
So is he singing Get Up, his song?
One of his hits, and then he
I
throws
guess
Dr.
Get Up
Detroit
off of
in
that
it.
thing.
Yeah, and then I think they throw in some, like
Get up, Dr. Detroit. He's just like, instead of talking to the audience, he's just talking to Dr. Detroit himself.
If I'm not mistaken, do we have it?
Sounds awful.
We gotta hear it. We gotta hear a little bit of that.
Okay, keep talking.
Words are talking out of my mouth right now, and I'm saying things about words, and that's what I'm doing. What are you doing, Jimmy?
I'm doing the same.
Oh,
Elliot, what are you doing?
Okay,
I'm trying to be quiet.
Okay.
Don't engage Elliot. I know this is we're trying to fill dead air, but there's a limit.
The soundtrack does not appear to be on iTunes.
Maybe YouTube is our way to go on this.
That might be the way to go for a James Brown, Dr. Detroit song.
Doctor, Doctor.
I might be wrong. I'm willing to admit that.
Sounds like Elliot's onto something.
Oh, Elliot, I meant to ask off the air, but I'll ask it now since we're killing the time.
Yes, sir.
Those 2 cameras that are to your closest there, is that a new bracket that you're holding them on?
That is a relatively new bracket for this season.
Been there for about 3 months.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Never Not Funny hit a new low.
Bracket talk.
All right, here you go. Straight from the film.
So James Brown's in the movie?
Yeah, I believe so.
So this is like Aykroyd trying to hit the Blues Brothers heights again by having James Brown as part of this.
I know he was later incarcerated and had a drug problem, but this is James Brown's lowest moment. You hit rock bottom.
I didn't hate Dr. Detroit when I saw it. I didn't see it in the theaters, but...
I saw it in the theaters. Yeah. I think we hated it.
Yeah. You'll feel better.
It seemed like Dan Aykroyd... Yeah, this is Get Up Off of That Thing, but just with the Dr. Detroit spin.
thrown in.
It seemed like Dan Aykroyd, at a certain point, forgot what made him funny in a movie. Like, when he had to be the lead in a movie, it was like what made him really funny on SNL was his characters and his motor mouth kind of.
What about the 81% trading spaces? Damn it, I got everything wrong about that. I got every.
That was so much of a sentence.
He's a character in that movie. He's like an uptight.
He's playing like an upper crust guy,
and he's good in it.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's good in it.
I think it holds up.
I think he's really funny in Driving Miss Daisy.
Wait, I thought you were saying you didn't like it. You fucking weirdo.
I'm a weirdo.
You're a weirdo for this show is too weird.
Look at this weirdo.
You are.
I love the word weirdo.
I love it.
By the way,
I love it.
I started saying it maybe 20 years ago, just as like, because everyone was saying asshole or whatever, and I was just like, weirdo is funny.
I don't disagree. Love it.
I like it.
Oh, I never said the whole point I brought up The Sandlot was because there was a live band before they showed the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And like the guy, and I know this is a terrible place to play music because like they didn't get to sound check.
What's the venue?
It was at the Autry Museum,
Oh,
Griffith
yeah,
Park.
over there in Griffith.
So you're outside, right?
Yeah. And I assume they didn't get to sound check or anything.
Why do you assume they didn't get to
I
sound
agree.
check?
That's a good
I don't
follow-up.
know
I believe
why.
a sound check time would be in the rider.
I don't know why I assumed that, but I did because it sounded horrible. That's the main reason I assumed it.
What if they sound checked were like right on the money?
Nailed it. Well, so what happened was like it was just whatever, some band, I don't know who they were, but the vocal was way up in the mix, like really noticeably.
Now, usually you want it way up in the mix because sometimes it can be buried.
Right. I usually feel that way about most live music, which is why it's interesting that I was like, please turn this guy down. This is way
What
too
kind of
loud.
music was it?
Indie, alternative rock.
So it wasn't covers?
No.
You had to watch a band do originals in front of a movie?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it was a weird movie.
If it was a band that was attached to the film somehow or related to the
no
film.
way,
One of the
shape, or
kids
form.
that
Nope.
was in the movie was his band or something.
Not
Right.
if that was the case, they didn't mention it.
Was it at least songs about baseball?
Nope. Not at
Big
all.
dogs.
Nope. There at one point the lead
Were
singer.
they wearing Big Dog T-shirts?
That was a very popular brand in the
It really
90s.
was.
Sure was. No. They
He went as far as to say he had one. None of us were gonna go on.
They were popular, but they were ugly, and none of us
Yes.
would ever have worn
No.
one.
Oh,
I had one.
You'd have to be a homely person to pull that shirt off.
Or homeless. I mean, that's how bad they were. It was like
Or holeless.
Guys, you're not hearing me. I had one.
no, they were the worst.
Oh, you'd have to be worse. You'd have to be.
I would rather be naked in the streets than wear one of those
No
shirts.
question.
So this guy was way too up in the mix, and then weirdly after the first song he goes, "Hey guys, can I get a little more of me?" But obviously he was talking about his monitor, but it was
Right,
just
sure.
funny because it was like, dude, we got way too much of you. And then like 2 in, he was like, "Hey, I think I might be a little bit loud, and can you maybe?" Like he realized, like he was like, "Are you guys hearing me too much?" Like he's
So wait, I'm on board with this guy then.
Yeah, I feel like this is the sound person's.
Yeah, I don't know if there was
like I interviewed Edgar Wright at the Cinerama Dome the other night, and then I got
Jesus,
people the
watch your
next
feet,
day.
everybody.
I got people the next day saying like, "Well, you were too loud."
That's not your fault.
That's not my fault.
That's
Like
not
have
your fault
whoever
at all.
Yeah.
have whoever.
Wait,
turn
somebody
me down.
emailed you to tell you that?
No, just people were writing on Twitter like, "You were too loud in the mix last night."
Great.
Who the fuck cares?
Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I heard it all the way to my house, so I don't disagree with it. I couldn't hear him at all.
Yeah. You were actually, I was there. I was the one who wrote that email. You were actually very quiet, but I still felt it was too loud. I was hoping you would go all the way down. I just wanted to hear him.
Was that like a screening with then a Q&A afterward?
Yeah.
I see. Very good.
And that's the sound person's responsibility.
It is certainly not
to
yours.
mix
I agree.
things.
I don't know who at an outdoor film where you have a live band. Obviously, they must have someone running that, but
Well, that's that guy's fault. That's,
maybe not the best.
Yeah, this guy sounds cool. Do you
like-
remember the band's name?
What's the name of the outfit?
Was it the Cool Guys?
It was, it was Ugly Kid Cool Joe. They changed their names.
Wow.
Yeah. Just to. They felt like this is too negative to just call ourselves Ugly Kid Joe.
Let's throw cool in the
Let's
middle.
insert
cool
the
in
fact he's also cool.
Let's PC this up.
He is ugly, but he's also cool.
I always hated that band name.
Yeah, it was not a
Ugly
good name.
Kid Joe.
it.
What's a good example of a band name that ruined the band's career?
Oh, boy, that's a great question.
You know what I mean?
Hoobastank?
Hoobastank. Yeah, you know what I mean?
They did pretty well for themselves, but do you think they could have gone further if they had been?
Who's that?
Yeah,
Hooba?
you know what I mean? Like if they had just been something kind of regular sounding, like even Stained. You know what I mean?
I don't like that name either.
Because it's like a cum stain.
Or
But then
saliva.
Pearl Jam is all about cum too. I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah, Pearl Jam is a cum reference.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. That's new information for me here on
Really?
the
I did not know
podcast.
that it was a
Spindle.
cum reference. I thought it was one of them have an aunt named Pearl? made jam. That's the story I heard. That's the story my mommy told me. When
she did that boner check, slapping your dick.
You applauding your own joke?
No, he's doing a slapping
cock down.
No.
Although it wouldn't be such a bad thing.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
Thanks himself too.
I mean, there were a lot of bad band names in the 80s.
Like what? Name one.
Climax, but spelled all fucking weird.
That's for
That's a
if
great
you're
name.
if you are an R&B or / funk band, having a name that refers to sex is A+.
Spelled KLYMAXX. Win-win.
But it's got the double X saying that we're dirty.
That's right.
And all of their songs were about, like, fucking too.
They're gonna meet you in the ladies' room.
The spelling made me think of chlamydia. Is that a good thing?
Why?
I have to say, Climax's other hit, "The Men All Pause,"
Men, when you walk into the
I
room.
thought it was a play on menopause.
I thought it was until maybe 10 years after the song.
But why would they be singing a song about menopause?
not
They
be.
wouldn't be, would they?
No.
Then why didn't anyone say to them, "Hey, everyone's going to think we're singing about menopause"?
This is You're Fried all over again, because you're not wrong. That is confusing.
All men pause.
Yeah,
It'll be fine.
it's you can't not think that if you hear that.
Yeah. And when it came out, I mean, we were maybe in a similar age bracket.
You were both
but
going
I
through
didn't
menopause.
really know what menopause was, so I was like, menopause.
I know
Like it was something sexy.
I get it.
Like, pussies, right? I don't know what that is.
Karen,
but
we're getting a package, I think. Can you see if that's...
Is it chili dogs?
What if Andrew Savage somehow...
Just waffle iron.
It's a waffle iron.
Could be nothing also. I just want
Boy, this is exciting. Do we want to bet on what it is?
Wait, there's no way to know. There's no way to know. Could be envelopes?
I bet it's a box full of popcorn.
I'm gonna get
really?
If it's
I bet it's that box that you left of popcorn. Someone packages it all up and just send it right back to
those assholes.
These guys need to.
They got to
get
go
this
right
outta
leave
here.
this. What do we got?
Ooh, so that's a loot bag.
No, it's a loot bag.
It's like a football.
Yeah, it looks like a ham. All right, listen. We're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still didn't eat those hot dogs though. And I don't want to, but I'm just.
I mean, now they've been sitting there for how long? About as long as they usually do for you?
You can't introduce, a Chekhov.
Yeah, this is Chekhov's gun situation.
You also
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Chekhov once said, the playwright Chekhov said, if you introduce a gun in the first act, it has to go off by the third, or else, what the fuck are you doing?
You're just an asshole.
When I
think that was the end of the quote.
Of course, I think of my father-in-law, and of course that threw me for a loop.
He said that too, though.
Do you think, and this is a serious question, do you think when he was making Star Trek, and ask him this please, did he ever say to the producers, Roddenberry of course, hey, I'm going to need to have like a pistol because of the Chekhov's gun, otherwise people are going to be wondering like, wait a minute, we all have heard of Chekhov's gun. What is happening here? And people are just going to be confused, like a hat on a hat situation.
I can answer for him. Yes, he did.
He did?
Yes.
Was he constantly asking for just like a sidearm?
I'm told that's why they got canceled.
Oh,
that he was so bothersome to not only the Roddenberrys but to the network.
Terrible way to
that
go.
they're like, we can't tolerate this anymore.
We can't
if he
keep
brings
this
up
show
that
on
gun
air.
one more time.
Now, did he ever go off? I know if he wasn't given the pistol, but did Chekhov the character ever?
I know he
go
yelled
off?
at
Did he ever ejaculate in his pants during any episode?
Please ask him.
I will ask him that. The other one I already know the answer to, but I'm more than happy to ask him.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Please do, and text me whatever the answer is. Text me a video of him answering.
I
And
will
also,
ask him.
like, what caused it? Like, if you,
if he
yes.
did it, we need to know.
Okay.
What was it? Uhura? Was it a green lady?
just
I'm going to say it's a day player.
or just the memory of a past escapade.
I don't know if they were together at that point, Judy and Walter. I'd like to think
That's
they
another
weren't, so
good
he was
question.
banging around.
I do actually wonder that.
Yeah, did he have some like Star Trek time where he was just like, "Hey, I'm Chekhov on
I
Star
don't
Trek."
know.
Boom, bang, boom, boom.
I don't know. No, because there was somebody just Ted Sullivan just posted a picture of Judy and Walter when he was holding up the article like from 60 Magazine of the new
cast.
Oh, wow.
No, of him of like the new sex
him
symbol.
joining.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Supposed
they
to
were
be the
together.
Davy Jones of Star Trek.
Yeah. So it's the two, and Judy's with him.
Interesting.
Poor guy.
Looking like.
He's in a Belknap situation.
Yeah. Right.
Why are you lamenting my situation?
First day of Star Trek, he meets Judy.
First day he meets her. He can't bang around with the extras.
Think about all the times you were sad and lonely in your 20s. Think
Not
about
ringing any bells.
No, not one day.
Just rolling through puss.
Oh, that's all I was doing.
God.
You know that. I was in the record store.
Just flipping through V's.
Gross.
Van Halen.
Vanilla Fudge. Gino Vanelli.
There you go.
He's flipping to the V section.
Is Vanilla Fudge a real thing?
Yeah.
Never.
You don't know the band Vanilla Fudge? Oh,
What's their big hit? Can you name it?
I can't, but I'm going to look it up.
Stop looking at things on your phone.
But you know
Why?
it. It's helpful.
Here
you know
we
it.
go. Ready?
You know their big hit.
Of course I do. Here it is. It is.
Why don't you, babe? They did a cover of this. My life, why don't you, babe?
We're Vanilla Fudge now. I think every band should say their name in every song.
I don't disagree with that.
Because otherwise, if you were to hear that,
I'd never know who it was.
You would know who that band was that you just saw.
Pre-Shazam days, pre-Shazam,
Yeah. Yep.
you'd be like, who is this?
By the
Who's
way,
singing?
I would never Shazam that song. Not gonna. Not
You're not
interested.
gonna.
Don't care.
You're not gonna waste a Zam on that?
No zamming for me.
No? How often do you zam?
The Zam stays holstered on that.
I Zam a lot.
I do too, it turns out.
Yeah, I love it. It's one of the best inventions ever.
It is.
I think it's magic.
Remember the one that you could just sing into? That was even better.
No.
There was one.
Dog Pound or Soundhound or something.
Yeah, it was something like that where you could just even sing a melody and it would tell you what song it is.
Release the Soundhound!
Well, you're supposed to be able to do that with Shazam too. It just never works because I can't sing for a
Oh, is that true?
Yeah. Who's got the best? Elliot, go sing something into your. Do you have Shazam?
I do not have
here.
Shazam.
Okay.
but
There should be Shazam for people.
All right, hang on.
I really do think that. Like if you could take a picture of someone
Oh, and
and it would tell you who it is.
that would be.
Or like take a picture of the
Incredibly
TV or what it.
Right. Oh well, that would. I'm sure that exists somewhere.
there is a reverse photo lookup thing.
Hang on.
Something.
You do it. All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
What do you want?
He's singing, and I want to know what it is.
Well, give the phone to him so he can hear him.
Pick him up. That's the whole premise of Shazam.
Sing loud.
What am I singing?
What's he going to sing?
Any song.
All right.
Yeah, any song.
It's your choice.
The sun'll come out tomorrow.
Take it again. Do you miss the note? Take
I
it
know.
again.
But people are gonna miss notes. Not everyone has perfect pitch.
But still, give it a chance. It's never going to get it. He was way off. He wasn't even close.
He missed one note.
He missed another one right after that one.
You're way too hard on it.
I want to give
Matt, I'm gonna
Shazam a chance. I'm on Shazam's side.
Try again.
All right, here we go. But you know what? Give it a second.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
Keep going.
She took the midnight train going anywhere. I don't know. I had to.
So then you chose the hardest song in the world to sing?
I did it down like a fourth or
Now, Jimmy, you saw Journey last night. How does that stack up to the young Filipino man?
There's my answer.
No result.
no result.
Let me
That's my
try.
answer to you, too.
I'm gonna try one. I'm gonna try The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow on the right notes and see if it even does it. Ready?
Okay.
The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. No result.
What the fuck?
It does not work.
I've never heard that he can do it that way.
Yeah.
I thought it worked.
I don't think it is, but this one did. It was so great because you'd get something in your head.
Well, I still have it. Let's try that again.
I'm gonna sing a very simple song and see if he gets it.
Okay.
Oh, say
The simple song.
you see
I want to hear is all the way.
by the dawn's early
Dun 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 dun.
so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, who brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare,
Bum bum bum.
the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Play ball!
On behalf of the Pop Culture Beast, that's Karen Cockrell, Mission Control, the Jelly Hooper, the Hunch Matt Belknap, our friend Scott Aukerman. I'm Jimmy Pardo. We'll see you next time on the podcast. AK-47, gone, not forgotten.
I'm just mad at the world.
Haha, idiot!
Hey everybody, Jimmy Pardo here. Never Not Funny is right around the corner, but first, got to tell you about this. The Audible comedy series Hold On with Eugene Merman is now available in podcast form. Join the storytelling aficionado and inquisitive host Eugene Merman, you know him as Gene on Bob's Burgers, as he sits down with the popular comedians like Weird Al Yankovic, Maria Bamford, Kumail Nanjiani, Andy Richter, and more. He then pauses their entertaining personal stories to get the funny details they may have left out. Check out the new episodes of Audible's Hold On with Eugene Merman podcast every Monday. Listen on Audible, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Here's favorite podcast coming up right now. I assume you're here. Never Not Funny. Matt Belknap.
Jimmy Pardo.
Matt Belknap.
Jimmy Pardo.
All right, you ready to play? I'm going to do a word association with you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Picnic.
Ants.
Potlucks.
Crockpots.
Dinner parties.
Snooze fest.
Barbecues.
Ribs.
Well, none of that was right. We're looking for good food. Good food was the answer I was looking for.
Oh, food, folks, and fun?
Nope, not in this case.
Oh, okay.
Good food is essential to be a successful summer.
Okay.
Good food is essential to be a successful summer.
I'm having some good food this summer from Blue Apron. Does that apply to this at all?
Believe it or not, it does.
Oh, it does?
Because now it's easier than ever to create delicious summer meals with Blue Apron. Because for less than $10 a meal, Blue Apron delivers seasonal recipes along with pre-proportioned ingredients right to your door.
Yeah, I love it.
You get it delivered to your door now. You also have that doorbell where if they ring it, or if they even come near your house, and if what is it? What do you have, a 4-mile radius on that? Somebody drives by.
Anybody enters the city of Burbank, and I know about it.
It alerts your system.
Yeah, my phone goes off, and
now I was with you today where your phone went off.
Yeah, I was expecting a package, and so I was like kind of monitoring the situation. Sometimes I just walk up and leave it without even ringing. But this is not an ad for the ringing bell system that I have in my house. It's an ad for Blue Apron, which it's nice.
So that's my question. So
yeah, they drop it off. They don't ring the bell. They just put it down. But then I get a thing. Oh yeah, good, it's there. And nicely, they pack it with all this dry ice. And so even if it sits on the porch for a couple hours, even half the day, it's fine.
This isn't Garen letting a couple of chili dogs sit out in the sun.
No,
These guys do it right.
This is the way you want to keep food fresh.
Well, we're talking, of course, about Blue Apron. They got it's flexible. You can customize your recipes every week. You can choose the delivery option that fits your needs. Matt's delivery option is he likes it delivered right to the house. But I guess you can have it to the office, right?
You could. Yeah, that's true. That actually, I think Ryan used to do that. But also because he gets it too. But then you can choose. Yeah, you were saying you can choose your menu. It's great. Like you can. If you don't like what they've chosen for you, go in there and you're like, not that, and then they give you a choice of other things. So it's very flexible.
Well, let me tell you about some of the upcoming meals that you're going to get here in July, Matt. Mm-hmm. Seared chicken and creamy pasta salad with summer squash and sweet peppers.
You know I love my summer squash.
Creamy shrimp rolls with quick pickles and sweet potato wedges.
Don't even know what it means, but I can't wait to find out what a quick pickle is. I was in a quick pickle once.
I know you were. You were to bind.
Yeah.
Right? You were like the devil. You were.
I was down in Georgia.
You heard about him, right? You went down to Georgia. You know why, right?
He was looking for a stool steal.
Yeah, you know why. He's to bind.
Yeah.
Way behind. He was looking to make a deal. He found himself in a quick pickle. Fresh basil fettuccine pasta with sweet corn and, here's a word I don't know. Cubanelle?
I don't know. Let me see.
Cubanelle pepper? Cubanelle? Take a look at it.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Cubanelle?
It's some sort of pepper. Oh, yeah, Cubanelle.
All right.
I wonder if it's from Cuba.
Put a little pepper in there. Put a little pepper in my pasta. And then you got the chili butter steak with Parmesan potatoes and spinach.
Yeah.
So those are the four there. I don't eat seafood, so I'm out on that shrimp.
Yeah, you just go in and say, no. Go on the website, no thank you to the shrimp, pick something else. I'm sure there's like a nice tasty pork burger or something.
So I can get, what?
I know that doesn't sound good, but it's amazing.
A pork burger?
Yeah, they have this great ground pork.
I'll take your word for that. That is something. Whether Blue Apron, they stop
if
advertising
I just
or
gave
not.
you this burger, you'd be like, "Here's a nice hamburger," and you ate it. You'd be like, "This is the best hamburger I've ever eaten."
No, I would go. This tastes weird, and I would send it back.
No.
And then, hear me out, and this may be an overreaction, hit you over the head with a 2x4.
By the way, when you say send it back, you're in my home and I just made you dinner.
I send it
You
back.
Send it back.
I go, no, thank
Where
you.
are you sending? You're handing it to me?
Well, first, I don't like you, yes, because first of all, you're getting treated that way because you invite me in your home to punk me with food.
I'm not punking you. I'm exposing you to something delicious.
But I don't want to
that
be
you're gonna
surprised.
love.
I want to know what I'm eating.
It's a hamburger.
But it's not a hamburger.
It is a hamburger. What's ham? Ham is pork. It's a burger.
Don't do a Gallagher bit on me.
It's more of a hamburger than a hamburger.
I don't disagree, but it's not an all beef.
You want 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese?
Yeah, I want to go to McDonald's.
Okay, well, I'll see you later.
If
I'm going to be
let me tell you
enjoying
something.
gourmet
If I
food in
ever,
my house.
Because my friends Paul and Carla did that to me once. I went to their home and they were having a barbecue and they said, "You want a hot dog?" I said, "Yeah." And I bit into it. It was a veggie dog, and I don't talk to them to this day. So you want to play that game with me? Because your brain. Here's the problem.
Your brain's ready for
Your
one
brain's
thing.
ready for one thing.
Yeah. The pork burger doesn't taste that different from
It tastes awful.
Elliot, back me up. The pork burgers taste like a hamburger.
A pork burger can taste great.
A pork burger.
Have you ever had? You've had hot dogs. You've just eaten one hot dog. I saw you eat it. Spoiler alert: Jimmy ate a hot dog. If you get to the end of the episode and you're like, "Hey, they didn't eat the hot dogs," guess what? We ate them after we were finished. But here's the thing: hot dogs have pork in them. Sometimes they're all beef hot dogs. Sometimes they're pork dogs.
Yeah, but the hot dog. I expect that from a hot dog.
I'm saying the way a hot dog can taste like a hot dog, whether it's pork inside or beef inside, so can a hamburger taste like a hamburger, whether it's pork or beef.
You gotta stand behind Matt on this one, Jimmy.
You're not on microphone. That's why. And I recognize the fact that Matt brought you into this conversation.
I feel like this whole ad read is grinding to a halt over an issue, but I won't let it go. You must try the pork burger.
I'm never going to have it.
All right.
What I would like to have is that sear chicken and creamy pasta salad, the chili butter steak.
Yeah.
You goddamn know. I got to have those quick pickles.
You're totally down with quick pickle. You're not going to have the shrimp.
What if quick pickle is made out of a pork sandwich?
They do,
look up quick pickle.
They do like pickles on a Cubano, so tied into the Cubanelle
Maybe
pepper.
the Cubanelle pepper. Hey, Elliot, I have to read 4 more lines about this. In that time, look up what a quick pickle is so we can explain.
I'm going to guess it's just a pickle that you make quickly.
Oh, really? You think that's it?
Yeah, they give you the cucumber and they give you something to put it in the mix.
Oh, you pickle it up yourself?
Right, quickly.
But they give you all the stuff to do it.
Look it up. Check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free.
Nice.
Your first 3 are free.
Thursday free.
Including free shipping.
Nice.
3 free.
Nice.
By going to blueapron.com/never, blueapron.com/never. You get your first 3 meals free with free shipping. Do we have an answer on quick pickle?
It's a pickle that you make quickly.
Is that true?
Yeah, you just put the pickling stuff in there, and then it just tastes pickly, but it isn't pickle.
All right, it tastes pickly, but okay, great. You're going to love how good it feels. And taste to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. Do not wait. blueapron.com/never, blueapron.com/never, Blue Apron.
A better way to cook.
You know Issa Rae, Matt, from her hit HBO series Insecure.
I do, actually, yeah.
Issa Rae.
Issa Rae? Issa Rae gonna die?
Issa Rae, people gonna die? Issa Rae? No, she's not. That sounds horrible.
No. That's Jar Jar Binks' favorite actress.
Well, now the first season of her acclaimed podcast, Fruit, is available for free.
That was on Stitcher Premium last year. A big hit. Everyone loved it. It's an acclaimed show. I think about a gay football player.
Well, I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
The gripping audio drama tells the story of X. Mm-hmm. He is an African-American pro football player on a journey of self-discovery and sexual exploration. So, did you just spoil it? Was it a spoiler?
No.
Does he discover halfway through that he's...
No, I think they advertised it originally.
All right.
That's how I know, because I didn't listen to it.
Well, I got some information for you.
I'm going to listen now. It's free.
Well, it's written and directed by Issa Rae, the aforementioned Issa Rae. The Sarah Awards say Fruit raises the bar on what is possible in audio fiction.
Cool.
Listen to all of Fruit Season 1 now on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. Hear more of the story with Season 2 on Stitcher Premium.
Oh, cool. They're doing another season.
Yeah, of Fruit.
Great.
With Issa Rae.
Issa Rae?
Issa Rae? Issa people gonna die? Why did they hate that guy so much? He was a joy.
He was just trying to bring happiness into children's lives.
That's all he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Do you think that, by the way, Jar Jar Binks action figures are like that E.T. Atari game where they're all buried somewhere?
Yeah. I think I bought one just because I was like, you got to have this because it is going to be like that.
Do you think it's going to be a collector's item one day, the Jar Jar Binks?
No, because unfortunately they made like 1 billion of those toys. Like all the...
Nothing's a collector's item anymore, right? Nothing that they make these days.
No, because the only reason those old ones are is because they were, they had trouble filling the order. Like, they made a certain amount and it was too popular.
But then also people threw them away.
Right. It's a combination of both.
You didn't know to keep stuff like that back in the day.
Right. But like the first version of the Luke figure, before they like changed the design, there aren't that many in the world to begin with. So those are worth a lot.
I see. Well, hear more of the story about this Issa Rae show. Insecure is where she's from. Fruit is the name of her podcast, and season 2 is over there on Stitcher Premium. Go to StitcherPremium.com/fruit. StitcherPremium.com/fruit. Stitcher Premium.
A better way to listen.